Hi folks! Oh my goodness, my audio's gone weird. Just give me 2 seconds and I'll be right with you. Oh, my mic monitor was at like 80%. So I just unmuted my mic and suddenly my own voice just went wildly loud in my ears. That was loud. Right, okay, I think we're good. 2 seconds and I'll be right with you all. Hope we're good. Sorry, I'm a little bit frazzled. I've got about 8 million things going on. It's been a busy day. Give me 2 seconds and I'll be right with you. Let's do this thing! Hello all! Happy Thursday! Good evening, good evening. What happened with that transition? It just kind of like flicked halfway across. We got a sub to get us started. It's Roberticus. Hello there. A 2-month prime on the Twitch. Hello City Lad on YouTube as well. Hello, hello. Back to dual streaming, at least for now. Thank you very much, Roberticus. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you very much indeed for the 2-month sub to get us started. Hello, all. How are we doing, folks? Who we got in Twitch? Robert was the first one in today. Rev was here. Navarre, Fatboy Fat. Hello, Christian. Hello, mate. Good to see you. Flying Me as well. The crew is here. Hello, all. Good to see you. How are we doing, folks? We all good? Hello from your new PC. Oh, well, that's exciting. Have you, like, got much installed and stuff on it yet, Mungo? Or are you literally in the midst of setting it up? Mac, hello, bud. How you doing? Callum's here as well. Hello, hello. Good to see you all. Are we all well, folks? Are we all in good spirits? Hopefully so, hopefully so. Happy Thursday. It's day number 1 of 6 days in a row. So I'm excited. It's day number 1 of 6 days of streaming in a row. You're just installing MSFS. Very good, very good. Let me know how long it takes you, actually. It would be interesting to see how long it takes you. Because I know... Actually, wait. No, you're not at a home now. You're at the airport home. So I don't know what your internet speeds are like. But yeah. Wisconsin is here as well. Hello. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm just checking in on Becca. I had to pick poor Becca up from work. She had a massive migraine. What's this? I got a text from Becca at 4:15 saying she had a massive migraine and was unable to drive. So bless her, I had to pick her up and take her home and make sure she was all right. So I'm a bit frazzled because I then needed to make sure that I had everything set up for the stream today. I was originally going to do a rotation, but I didn't know how long it was going to be until I get live, because I still needed to sort some stuff from work when I got home and then have some food and everything. So yeah, but we found a nice flight. But yeah, but good to see you all. Hello, hello, hello. Hope we're all well. You're not home. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, if you were home, it was probably like negative 330 odd there, wasn't it? You turned 29 last Friday. Well, you're on the road to 30 now. You're officially on the road to 30. Good to see you though, Christian. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you've been keeping well. But yeah, good to see you all. Hello. Happy Thursday. As I say, it's day 1 of 6 in a row, which sounds weird for me, right? That's not normal. Becca's got a friend over this weekend. She's got one of her friends from her hometown visiting. And they're off out doing girly things and shopping in Oxford and all the things that I don't really want to do. So I've been given full permission to stay at home and go full gremlin mode and play Flight Sim and the new Call of Duty Black Ops 6 beta to my heart's content, of which I plan to stream a lot of. So yeah, so that's exciting. I also just need to make sure that my AMD thing is live. Is there an AMD thing in the title of the stream, chat? Because it's slightly changed. I've got a slightly new... AMD thing going on, and I just want to make sure that it's working. So I need to just make sure that it's rocking and rolling. Hopefully it should be fine. But there should be an AMD thing in the title. If not, I'll need to work out why it's not there, but that shouldn't take me long. Feels like I haven't seen you for a year or two. You're still a streamer. I know, I'm still here. People still have to put up with me. Hey, Kristen, I'm only saying those things because I turned 30 in January, so I know how it feels. But yes, I am still a streamer. I am still here, Dispatch. Lilo's here as well. Hello, how you doing, Lilo? Good to see you all. Right, I'm just gonna see. Is there an AMD thing in the Twitch title? No, there isn't. Why is that not activated then? Why is that not there? Why is that not there? There should be a campaign link. Is that it? No. Let me see if the actual command works. Ah, that's the correct one. That is the correct command. Yes, because it now links to a different website than what we had the other day. It's still an AMD thing that I'm doing right now, but it's now leading into September and it's a slightly different campaign. But that's there, so hopefully it should update. Let me know. If you see something like, if you see the banner and stuff pop up and if it sorts itself out, then let me know. Hopefully it should all work out. Hopefully it should all work out. I've got quite a lot to talk about, actually. There's all sorts going on at the moment. So, another thing as well, I'll just cover it super quickly. I'll probably talk about it a little bit later. And then I won't kind of mention it because it shouldn't be really applicable for long. Some of you who are very eagle-eyed might have noticed that there's something missing from my overlays and down in the description and stuff at the moment. It's a particular logo for one of my long-time sponsors, of course being Thrustmaster. Fear not, I'm still doing stuff with Thrustmaster. I am just technically out of contract at the moment. So because I'm technically out of contract, it just means that logos have been removed and things for a little while. I'm currently chatting with Thrustmaster about kind of like what our plans are going to be moving forward and what we're going to be doing going into MSFS 2024. So I'm still going to be working with Thrustmaster and stuff, but at the moment, I'm not under any contract with them, which technically means that I could be using other hardware right now. I do actually have a Honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant, which I was debating using because obviously when I'm contracted with Thrustmaster, I use their gear only. And I was like, okay, if I'm not in a contracted period at the moment, maybe I could use some other hardware and do some other stuff because I can legally. But I don't have anything to mount the Honeycomb Bravo to, and the sticky stuff won't stay on my desk. It just falls off. So we're still using Thrustmaster stuff as normal, all right? So if you don't see the logo and stuff for Thrustmaster just for a couple of days or whatever, don't worry too much about it. We should get stuff sorted. Hello. You got a date tomorrow. Ooh. Don't just talk their ears off about musicals. Unless they're a musical fan as well. Cam, I hope it goes well. Just be yourself. It's natural to be nervous. I'm sure they're nervous as well. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine. You're a lovely, lovely, lovely human, so I'm sure you'll be fine. So that, you know, those of you who have got the Thrustmaster stuff, obviously I don't really use their stuff, but I got sent loads of stuff ages ago and haven't been able to use any of it because of my Thrustmaster sponsorship, which is fine with me. But I've never really used it. But I plugged in the Honeycomb Bravo and everything like that and had a look at it. And the clamps aren't thick. My desk is too thick. Thick with two C's, like my stomach. It's too thick. My desk is too thick for the clamps. So it won't clamp onto my desk. And so, like, on the Honeycomb Bravo base thing, there's like a circular sticky pad. It's really cool, actually. So that you can stick it to your desk. The problem is that I kept sticking it to my desk and then it would just fall forward and it fell on the floor at quite a hard amount. So I hope it's still working, but anyway. So I've got no idea if I'm going to use it, but yeah. How thick is your desk? Well, I was an idiot because this is a custom desk. So it's got like a couple of centimeters, well, a good few inches of wood. And then the guy who built the desk put a metal supporting frame at the front here as well. And when I was design specking it, I just didn't think to get that not that thick. Do you know what I mean? It's a custom built one, so it was a design error of my own doing. So like for the Thrustmaster yoke, I've got like a separate clamp that I've like purchased and modified. But yeah, anyway, so I just wanted to explain that from the off, and I will explain it later when we get some more people in. So if you're not going to see the Thrustmaster logo on my stream for the time being, just because I've not signed a contract with them at the moment. I've had discussions with them this week, and I'm going to have some more discussions with them next week. So I'm really hoping that I can continue on as normal with Thrustmaster. But I don't know specifically at this moment, just because it was just that the time ended with the contracts and we didn't link into a new one before the old one finished, if that makes sense. It's all, you know, signing things and working out details and stuff. Information that you folks don't need to know. But I know there will be some people who are like, wait, why the hell is there no Thrustmaster logo or anything anymore? My affiliate codes still works as normal and everything like that on the website, so that should all still be active. And yeah, hopefully I'll have some more conversations with Thrustmaster next week, and we can work out what the plan is going forward. But I wanted to let you know that and be transparent on it, and not just kind of take the logos and stuff away and then not mention anything, because that would look a bit weird, wouldn't it? That would look a bit weird. Definitely not moving over to Logitech or anything. No, absolutely not. So yeah. Mick, but so nothing's technically happened to it? Well, something has. So it's just that the contract that I was currently under, time-wise, because they're set under time periods, is just finished. And so I'm still working out with Thrustmaster for a future contract. So technically I'm out of contract right now, so just logos have been taken off and stuff during this period. That's literally all it is. So it's literally just that. But I've got meetings with them next week, so we should have logos and stuff back ASAP. What was I going to say? Oh, and then the AMD, we're still doing stuff with AMD, but the campaign has slightly switched. So for the month of August, I've been sponsored with the team at AMD, and we were promoting some stuff with AMD with some deals that they've got on right now. Still doing that, but we've just got a slightly different campaign link now, so it should still be under the same command. I hope it's actually working. What I might just do is I might just refresh the browser thing. And there we go, and just make sure that that's actually working. And then hopefully it'll work and sort itself out. It says it's active, so it should work. Cool. Right, anything else? Syuk says, TFDi or Rotate, which do you prefer? The Rotate MD-11, I've not flown since it first released, and it was the singular worst purchase I think I've ever made in a flight simulator. It was the biggest waste of money I think I've ever spent in flight sim. So definitely TFDi for me. Definitely TFDi. So yeah. Cool. Don't use the sticky pad, it's crap. Yeah. It all comes down to whether they know like Roger Bart. Well, just don't go too crazy, Cam. Hey, Mitch, hello, it's a 3-year anniversary. Thank you very much, Mitch. Cheers, bud. Very much appreciated indeed. Thank you for the 3-year anniversary sub. Still going strong in the community. Very, very, very much appreciated. No message with the sub, but just a casual 3-year drop. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that a lot. Welcome back. Right, let's move on from that because I feel like I've waffled on enough. So, we haven't flown the MD-11 for way too long. We were going to fly it last week, and then the Phoenix A321 and 319 rolled out. So that kind of scuppered in there. I also know that there's been an update today for the Phoenix, so we'll do some more flying with the Phoenix this weekend. But yeah, TFDi, Syux, definitely. Yeah, so we're gonna get our MD-11 back on today. Oh, and Mitch getting a sub. That's got to be a new sub to that user, Eddie Zersoy. Is that how you pronounce that? I don't even know. Mitch. Love you, bud. Thank you very, very, very much indeed for the gifted sub. It's a tier 1 sub going to Adiza Soy, if I've even pronounced... I don't even know if I pronounced that correctly. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, dude. Welcome back. Back for a 3-year sub. And then drops a gifted sub as well. Your 2 eBirds just played the sound a bit out of sync. Oh, God, that must have felt weird. Saw a C-17. Nice. Yeah, Storm Chaser. I see C-17s all the time. They're not too far away from where I live at Bryce Norton, so yeah. So back in the MD-11 today. We've not flown this thing for a while, so I might be a little bit slow with it. But we're finally flying some FedEx ops in the MD-11, and the route that we're going to do today, nice one. It's about an hour and 50-minute flight out of Memphis, which is, of course, FedEx's main hub in the USA. And we've got the BM World and AmSim scenery for that. And we're going to head down to Florida, down to the east coast of Florida, and down to Miami. Hey, doggo! 61 months. Hello, mate. I use so much the Rotate and it's good for me. Well, I've not used the Rotate MD-11 since it first released, and it released in a terrible state. So I can't really compare it to what the Rotate MD-11 is like now. Doggo, Prime sub, 61 months, over 5 years, and still going strong. Thank you so much. The stream title says MIA to Memphis. Have I... Oh, yeah. No. Oh, yeah. That's what happens when you're in a rush. Right, let me fix that. Sorry! I'm an idiot. Let's fix that. Oh. Sorry. There we go. Right, that should be fixed. Sorry, my bad. Yes. Well spotted. We are indeed going to Miami. We're not going to Memphis. Got another one, Delaney, 84 months. Hello, mate. 84 months. Is that 7 years? I think that is, isn't it? If my math serves me correctly, and we all know what Chewy maths is like. 84 months. There's no messages in these subs. Say hello, at least. Delaney, thank you. Tier 1, 84 freaking months. Goodness gracious. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that's 7 years. My lord above, that's wild. Thank you, mate. We're flying out of the main hub for FedEx in the USA, which, as I say, is Memphis, heading down to the east coast of Florida, which is Miami. It's about an hour and 50 flight time. So just the one flight today, but it should be a nice one. And yeah, we've not flown the MD-11 for a little while, so I'm excited to get back into this beautiful bird. Gigliotti's here on YouTube. Hello, mate. How you doing? I don't know why it won't let me do a message now. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, all good, mate. All good. All good. All good. Thank you, mate. Right, shall we jump into the sim? Ah, there we go. The thing's working. Aha. Oh, that's a cool graphic. Look at that. There we go. So, yes, as you can see, we are continuing on our partnership with AMD going into the month of September. So we're still being supported by the awesome team at AMD who've got their 9000 series CPUs, which are currently available on various retailers, but this one here we've got linked is for PC Specialist. So you can see they've got some configurable deals here that you can do with different CPUs, and then they've got different GPUs according to the price spec and things as well, but you can go and customize and configure it. And then it's got a little bit of a landing page here as well, which shows you a little bit about the AMD processors, the different ones, 5000, 7000, 8000 series, and now the 9000 series as well. So yeah, go and check it out. There's a pre-order link as well, which is actually something that I'm going to be probably clicking myself, to be honest with you. I think I'm going to go for one of the new X3D 9000 series CPUs when they get released. And then I'll get a new motherboard and everything. So this link is actually incredibly relevant to me because I do plan to upgrade to the 9000 series myself. So there you go. Go and check that one out. Go and check that one out. Right, let's jump in. Let's go fly. Let's go fly. Let's go fly a kite. Let's go fly a FedEx MD-11. That sounds way more appealing, doesn't it? That's what the lyrics should have been in Mary Poppins. Not let's go fly a kite. Let's go fly a FedEx MD-11. It just fits more. A few more syllables, mind. And they would have had to have changed the rhyming line of up to the highest height. But, you know, I'm sure they could have found something that rhymes with 11. Anyway, right. So, yes, here we are. We are in... Oh, very laggy. There we are. November 596 Foxtrot Echo. Downloaded this livery from flightsim.to. Scenery today, we're using BM World and AmSim's Memphis. It's not great. It's the only one that we've got, though, but it does the job. It's not amazing, but it fills a purpose, fits a purpose. And then we've got the Latin VFR Miami as well for the scenery today. Yeah, I was going to say, Mac, that's it, isn't it? Yeah. If you have the MD-11, is it worth it to buy the 727? They're both very different aircraft. The only thing that they've got as a similarity is the fact that they've both got 3 engines. Apart from that, they're very, very, very different. But yes, the 727 is really good fun. Really good fun. Okay, now I've not flown this thing for a little while, so I'm just going to make sure that I've got everything set. So let's go to services. GPU's connected and wheel chocks are connected. Well, that's a good start. So let's go and get some power, shall we? So we want the battery on. External power on. Autopilot. And we'll go and get some things rocking and rolling. Yeah, I've not flown this thing for a little while, so you'll have to forgive me if I've forgotten some stuff. We'll go and turn the IRSs on and they'll do their thing. I'm not worried about the engine ignition at the moment. Emergency power can go to on. And then we'll go and get some of the panel lighting on. Emergency lights can be armed. No smoking light can go to auto. Nav light can go on. And then I think we're actually good on the overhead. Install is doing about 250 megabytes per second. Nice. That's good. That's good. Sana Marins. That is a very interesting username. Thanks for the follow, I guess. Thank you. Welcome. Yeah. Can't wait for the 777 freighter. I know, right? Well, the reason why I'm in the MD-11 today is because I'm sure you all know by now, finally, the Aerosoft Frankfurt scenery is releasing a week today. So I want to do some Lufty Cargo retro MD-11 ops out of Frankfurt next week. So I thought I should probably familiarise myself with this aircraft again after a little bit of time away from it. Aaron, hello, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you all here, folks. Welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday. Yeah, it's been, as I say, it's been a little while since I've flown this, so you'll have to forgive me. Why will the parking brake not set? Or is it set? Good evening, Martin. Hello, mate. Is the parking brake set or not? I'm pretty sure it's not, isn't it? Ah, there we go. It's just because I didn't put the toe brakes. 122.8. Now, we have been given our clearance. Squawk 5624. I'm just going to put the squawk in. We have actually been given our clearance by ATC because Memphis is online. That's on standby. So we'll leave that for the moment. 122.8. That's all on. That's all on, isn't it? Good. Just ballsed up the approach into Paro. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. I need to give Paro a go in the 319. I've not done it yet. I know you folks want to see it. Apparently, there's also Scardo scenery coming out soon. Payware Scardo. So we'll do that as well. Yeah, J1635. That was quite a while ago now. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're good for like an initial prep, like electrical kind of flow of the aircraft. Things are turned on at least. So let's go and see if we can import our flight plan. Good. And then we'll go send payload and fuel. I'm just going to make sure that this is in pounds. Imperial, that's correct, right? I think this is all fine as is. Yeah. So we'll go set payload and fuel. And then how much has that put in? That's put 54.5, 54.5. Let's go and check the flight plan and see if that's actually correct. It is. Nice. Good. So we'll get GSX working. Request cargo. How's everybody's day been today?
Passenger's bus is coming.
Everybody had a good day so far? What have you been up to? Anything exciting gone on? Hello there, Ian. Good afternoon. Did you fly? Oh, yeah, no, I didn't get to watch your second flight. I saw your landing into, was it Tromsø, the first one? But I missed your second flight up to Svalbard. I got absolutely slammed at work. Oh, you went to Zakynthos this morning. Oh, is that captains only? I was very sad, Mungo. I wanted to do like a long flight to the Caribbean or something. Not Caribbean, to the Canaries or to Greek island this weekend. And I was going to do an orange op until I found out that they don't have 321 non-Neos. So I was going to do it in the Phoenix. Oh, you greased Amsterdam Flap 3. Yeah, I did Flap 3 A319 the other day and really liked it as well. Or I saw that you'd loaded in with the Orbit Airlines. I literally just saw you like loading into the Orbit Airlines livery on the ground for your second flight, and then I had to leave. But I hope it went well. Yeah, I hope it went well. Fortnite, thank you for the follow. You placed it firmly onto 3-4. Yeah, no messing around. No messing around. Right, I need to go and make sure some other doors are open, don't I? Services, main cargo. Are all these doors open? They should be. Yes. It's just that main cargo door it doesn't like to open. Can't go wrong with FedEx MD-11. Yeah, I don't think I've done FedEx MD-11 yet. I think this is my first time doing it. I've done UPS MD-11 because we did that delivery flight, didn't we? But I've not done FedEx yet. So here we are. Nice cargo plane. It's a beauty, isn't it? Right, let's go and have a look at our flight plan. Let's go and have a quick read of things, chat, just so that we're prepped with what we've got in store today. So we're FedEx... Oh, I hate it when it does this. We are FedEx 398 today on the 29th of August. Memphis to Miami in November 596 Foxtrot Echo. I don't know what they actually use for a cost index at FedEx. I've just gone with 50. Works, doesn't it? Zero fuel weight, 424.5. Takeoff weight 477, landing weight is 4457, so all three well within limits. Cruising flight level 350 and expecting a flight time of 1 hour 48 minutes today. That's going to use about 31 and just shy of 31,500 pounds of fuel. We're taking 54,500 pounds, so that should be plenty for us today. Alternate today is another destination that FedEx take the MD-11 in Tampa if we need to divert, and I don't know, I've not checked the ATIS, but they were using the 36s for departure earlier, so we'll double check that. But we're out on the B-King 7 to KMIA, and then we've got an Akori transition for the Frogs 4, and we're landing on the Easterlies today into Miami, so expecting 09. Could be a different runway, but we'll double check it. Payloads, we've got there we go, 167.5 today. And we'll go and very quickly check the maps. So there's our kind of routing. We're going to be having a beautiful second half to the journey down the west coast of Florida. It should look really nice. I'm glad we were originally, I was debating going to Houston. Looking at that CB, I'm glad we're not. Should have a bit of a tailwind on the way by the looks of it. Nothing too crazy. That's at flight level 300, so if we go to 340, yeah, it looks like we'll have a nice little tailwind. 30, 35 knots, 40 knot tailwind on the way down, so that's quite nice. But the weather looks alright, so hopefully it'll be smooth sailing. Smooth sailing, I should say smooth flying, shouldn't I? Good, so payload weights and everything like that should all be on board, so we'll get the gross weight and stuff sorted soon. Let's go and have a look at the weather. So Memphis, the winds have actually swung a bit, so we'll see what runway they send us on now, but the winds are 170 degrees 4 knots, few clouds at 15,000, scattered at 25,000. It's bloody warm. 34 degrees centigrade here at Memphis today, and the altimeter 3009er, which MSFS agrees with. So we've got 3009 set once, set twice, and set 3 times. How do you interpret the wind flags on the map of the winds? Yeah, that's a really great question. I'll show you. So, the way that it's pointing is the direction that it's going. Okay? So, if this, like, line here is going in this direction, then we know it's coming from the north and going southerly, right? And then in terms of how you know how many knots it is will depend on these lines here. So each of the long lines is 10 knots. And then a half line is 5 knots. So for example, we've got one large line there. So that's a 10 knot tailwind, right? here we've got 2 large lines and then a half line. So that's 10, 20, 5, 25, right? So that's how you can read these. Now, if we find another example, because you could say like, well, what if it's 100 knot tailwind? It doesn't look like there's an example on our current map today. But if you see, sometimes you might see like a black triangle here. And if I'm not mistaken, that's 50 knots. The numbers, that's temperature. If I'm not mistaken, because it's minus 53. So if I'm not mistaken, that's the temperature at these points at this altitude. I might be mistaken with that. Somebody might correct me. Or is that actually... Yeah, no, that is. Yeah, no, it should be. Yeah, I was going to say, do you mean FMA? Dull, hello, how you doing? You want to approach into Dubai? Nice. Have a good one. Yeah, so if you see an arrow, I believe that's 50 knots. So yeah. Have you tried Concorde? No. Not for many years. But there you go. So that's how you can read the wind charts. It's actually quite simple to do. I hope that helps. Yeah, off the top of my head, I can't remember about the arrows now. Right, so we got weather and all of that in. Let's go and do the CDU. Oh, here you go. Has Dull got it? Yeah, there you go. So there's that triangle, the filled in triangle. So that's 50 knots. So with that, that's a 60 knot wind there. And then if you see 2, that's 100 knots. So you can see here, you've got like a 100 knot wind. And there you've got 90 knots. God Atom. No, I've not tried the DC Designs Concorde, Robert. Nope, that's not correct. World Flight 2025? Huh? Rings of Power? No, I won't be watching that. World Flight? Do you mean World Flight 2024? I'm always looking forward to World Flight, no matter what. Yeah, so like here, if we look at this, so this is 50 plus a big light, so that's 60 knots. That's 40 knots. That's 30 knots. That's 65 knots. That's 70 knots. That's 75 knots. That's 100 knots. That's 90 knots. So you just got to look at what it is. So the building triangle is 50. Large line is 10. Half line is 5. So you just count them up and go from there. Thank you for showing that example. Very, very, very helpful. Very, very, very helpful. So there you are. All right. Cool. Right, let's get into here. Can I do anything via ACARS? There's no point me doing a pre-flight, like, PDC thing because we've already got it. So we'll initialize the IRS. And then we'll go KM... I'm getting them all mixed up today to KMIA. Yeah, World Flight should be good. I will be there. I just don't know how much I'll be flying. Alternate today is Tampa. And we are FedEx 398. Actually, can I fill in this from... Oh, it's fine. Don't worry. We'll leave it. I was going to say, can I fill this in from the EFB? But we're there now. Flight level 350 and cost index is 50. Block 54.5. Takeoff gross weight, it's showing 4785. The flight plan gave us... Yeah, well, yeah, so that's our current gross weight. So 477 would make sense with taxi fuel and start and everything. Zero fuel weight CG. Can I see that in here? I don't know if I can. Do we know if this is correct or not? I'm guessing that's correct. At least I'm hoping it is. We might need to come back and have a look at that later and just confirm it. Good. And then I don't need to worry about any of that. Fine. Flight plan then. So, ACARS. So, Memphis on the BB King 7 Kermi. Flight level 350. Squawk 5624. Maintain 5,000 feet, split 350 10 minutes after departure. Right, so what runway are we using? This is the thing that annoys me with America. Departures in use. 36 left and 36 right, departing runway 27. Oh! Do you reckon they'll give us a 27 departure because we're FedEx? They might do, you know. They might do. It is a thing. So for 27, climb on heading 273 to 860, then continue climb to 2,300 feet on the heading. And then vectors to Leo. Well, hopefully they allow us to do that. I will set up for it. So 27, BB King 7, and then we have got the KMIA transition. Select. Insert that. Good. Right, from KMIA, we're going direct to what? MGMRY. Brilliant. MGMRY. And then from there, we're going direct to Akori. And then from there, let's go and have a look. What runway did the real one land on? And where did they park? So it looks like they parked on the north side and they landed on 8 left. So we'll aim for 8 left as well. So wait, do they even have an ILS for 8 left? If not, it'll be 8 right. Okay, ILS 8 right on the... Oh wait, what happened? A mini F. I've not dropped any frames or anything. I've not had any drop frames on my end. Are we back? Are we good? On the frogs 4. Fire Akori. Oh, okay, it was just a minor F, was it? Yeah, yeah, weird. Yeah, I've not dropped any frames or seen any encoding things. I'll keep an eye out. Disconnected for a second, came back. Yeah, Twitch was having issues earlier on, so it could be that. It could be that. Good. Right, we'll leave that as is. What I will do is I'll just get this in as well. Okay, cool. So we'll insert that. We'll worry about the altitude restrictions for the arrival later into Miami. Does that look correct? How should it look? Let me just have a quick look. So frogs for, yeah, charter Akir and then leg at 4,000. Ah, okay, yeah, I see. Oh yeah, no, that's fine. And then from leg we just go to Cockpit. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Okay, we're good. We are settled. Good. So that is our flight planning. And then perf. Do I need to do anything on here? No, we'll leave all of this as is. Transition 18,000. That's fine. We'll leave cruise as we are. We'll leave descent as we are. And then it's takeoff. Now, does anybody know? Does FedEx have a set flap that they use? I know some airlines on the takeoff dial, they'll have like a set flap. If not, I'm just going to dial a flap to 15. And leave it there. So we're going to go runway 27. Get the weather information in. Get our takeoff weight there. Thrust setting flex. Specific flap setting, and we'll use 15. Calculate. So 138, 155, 166 with a flex of 56 and flap 15. We'll go with that. Because I know some airlines have specific dialer flaps. But we can go with that. So we're going to go flex. Sorry, I've missed it. Flex of 56. Flat 15. The slope 0.4, and we've got a tailwind of 1 knot. So it's 0.4 slash, is it T1? Is that correct? Yeah, look at that. And then it's hot outside today, 34 degrees centigrade. Ah, I always forget that. You've got to put it in centigrade. 34C. And then the speeds it's giving us are 138, 155, and 166. So 138, 155, 166. Good. And they're all highlighted now, so they should be on the speed here. Good. Right, rest of our clearance. Maintain 5,000 feet. So we'll set 5,000 feet into there and hit profile. And then the runway heading for 27 today is 273. So we'll go 273 and nav. And now we should have our speeds with V2 in magenta, nav armed, prof armed 5,000. It's weird, isn't it? How you don't fly this aircraft for like... I've not flown it for a couple of months now. But you just kind of remember. After a while, you just kind of... I don't know. It's weird. You just remember. I don't think you can get wind data into the CDU. Did chat fall asleep? Or is it my end? I think it just might be a bit quiet. It's not as active as normal. That's okay. Carlton's here on YouTube, hello, and Incarnate's here on YouTube as well, hello. Incarnate said there were no issues on YouTube, so yeah, it might have just been a Twitch thing. Oh god, I've forgotten the APU start procedure. Isn't there a very specific thing that we need to do with it? I can't remember. Oh, I think it might just be that there's an auto shutdown, isn't there, on the APU? I can't remember. We've got the APU starting up at least. Lurking while eating a curry is a very good idea. Very well, Carlton. How are you doing today? And then it's asking us about like engine ignition and stuff. I'll switch A on so it just shuts up at me. Looks like everything's loaded in. So we should then push back nose right, and there's the runway right there. It shuts down after 2 minutes. That's it. Yeah, cool. So we shouldn't need to do anything with it. Good. And then I also need to remember that we've got to arm auto flight before we line up. Okay, so APU's good to go. So I should be able to disconnect the external power. Put the seatbelt signs on as we finish fueling. And in with the external power disconnected, things haven't shut off, so that's a good sign. Stab trim needs to be 4.9. So let's set that. 4.9. Water brake RTO. We got the flap stuff there. Yeah, I think we're pretty much ready to go. I've got the squawk code in. So we got the parking brakes set as well. So we can go and disconnect all the ground equipment. And we'll go and call Gary for a pushback. So prepare for pushback and departure. So beacon light can go on. We'll squawk mode Charlie as well. And then I don't know if I need to call for push. I don't think I do. Because we're still on the apron here. What we'll do is we'll go and tune Memphis Center and we'll just listen out for them. So it's 132.55. I saw the Champions League draw. Yeah, I've not seen the new format yet. I've seen the draw, and I've seen that our draw is awful. How long is this flight? It's about 1 hour and 50 minutes today, so a bit of a longer flight.
Juliet Romeo for 36 right, American 483.
Nice.
Sorry, 36 center. 36 center even, for 483.
I think we're ready to go. And then engine start sequence will be 3, then 1, and then 2.
Locking gear.
Just completed your first ever Vatsim flight. Hey, nice! Oh, well done, Roberticus. That's awesome. Congratulations. You'll never forget that first flight now. It will always be a special one.
Hello, Memphis. Southwest 1172. Sorry for the late call. We're at 370, about 50
So
miles.
nose
to the west
right,
of
tail
Ridge.
left.
Release parking brakes,
Southwest
please.
1172, no problem. There's nothing going on here. So,
Eh.
I got you 370.
Frame the sim brief PDF. I love it.
Commencing push.
Okay, thank you.
All engines clear.
Okay.
Start at will.
Let's go.
And Southwest 1172, actually, you can call me top of descent for Chesney 2. Just let me know when you're ready to come down.
All right, I'll call you back. Southwest 1172.
And the 8 is here just for when I do call ATC. It's information vertical. When are we pushing back? Now. There we go. Right, we're going to start engine number 3 first. So, engine start number 3. What's the N2 that we're looking for? Isn't it above 15%? I feel like I've forgotten something because my engines aren't spooling. What have I forgotten to do? What have I forgotten to do? That should just auto start, shouldn't it? Nothing spinning. Oh, APU bleed. Yep, that's the one. Which is there. Let's give it another go. Aha! There it is. Flying Tigers has got it. Thank you. Yeah, sorry. It's been a couple of months since I've flown this. I forgot that the APU bleed wasn't automatic. Then again, on what there's not many aircraft nowadays, well, especially from this era, where it is automatic. So it's above 15%. I think Lufty Cargo put it in at about 18%. There we go. We got some engines spinning now. That's looking a bit better. Lovely.
Please set parking brake.
Most do it at max motoring, yeah. So, there we go. Quiz time for chat. What is max motoring, then? For those of you who don't know, you can learn something new today. What is max motoring? Starter cutout number 3. Got to turn off the packs, yeah. It's when Max Verstappen goes driving. Very good. Very good. So for those of you who don't know what max motoring is, it's essentially when your N2 percentage doesn't rise more than 1 degree, or sorry, 1% per 1 second. If that makes sense. So when you see your N2 percentage rising, if this say if this was still rising and it took more than 1 second, if it took more than 1 second to go from 66 to 67%, then you'd be at max motoring.
Right is clear.
That will change, you know, differently for different aircraft and different engines. Like on the, I think it's on the Pratt & Whitney for the A300, it's like 19% N2 is usually about max motoring. Anything above 15% and I think you're fine. So you can see that N2, it's starting to get slower, look. Starting to take more than a second to go up each percentage, so a good time to put fuel in. Did you see the safety car crash? I did. I did see that. Right, got the hand signal from the ground crew. Oh, it's so nice being back in this aircraft. It's going to be one of those where I'm like, why the heck didn't I fly this thing more regularly? Because we flew it loads when it released. And then we haven't flown it since. Do you have any moderators? Not really on YouTube. I don't need any. Do you use anything for your graphics like Reshade or anything? Sam, great question. I use some NVIDIA filters, which I will link to you now. There you go. Just via that Imgur website. Those are my current NVIDIA filters. I actually finally updated my graphics drivers today. So I'm on the latest graphics drivers now. I was on an extremely old one earlier. Right, last engine, starting number 2. Yeah, McDonnell Douglas aircraft are very good fun to fly, you are right. What's the link for? So I use some filters in the simulator to just change the colours and the brightness a little bit in the sim. So that's just some screenshots of my settings. You had a random CTD today with bandwidth too low. You should never. You are literally the first person in over 4 years of MSFS being a thing that I've ever heard of getting a CTD from a bandwidth too low error. That is definitely a first one.
Good afternoon,
Yeah.
Southwest 636 at spot
Weird.
3 south at Memphis with Victor ready to taxi 3611.
That's really weird. Your internet is amazing. So bandwidth too low issues might not be your end. We have had some issues this week in MSFS with some PlayFab outages. They should be fixed by now. We've not seen any reports of other people getting bandwidth too low messages. But yeah, bandwidth too low might not just be on your end, I guess. Do I do long flights? Not really. I get bored of them.
United 1503.
So the APU should automatically shut down. Should I turn off the APU bleed at least? And then will it auto shut down? That's set. Arm that. Flaps to the dialer flap position. Trim is already set 4.9. I think we're ready for taxi then. I'm just going to move my yoke in the way. Sure that is all set up. Okay, we'll do a quick flight control check. Just make sure everything's rocking and rolling. You had low bandwidth 2 days ago landing into Salzburg. Yeah, there was an outage 2 days ago. But it's back now. Hey, Aneurysm, good to see you. It was lovely, mate. Really lovely. See you later, Carlton. Thanks for tuning in on the YouTube stream, mate. Yeah, Devon was lovely. Really, really nice. We were only there for 3 days, well, 3 nights, so I need to take a longer holiday next year. Okay. Memphis Center, a very good afternoon. FedEx 398, just pushed back on the apron, north apron at Memphis. We've got PDC clearance and information. Victor on board. Requesting taxi, please, and requesting runway 27 for departure if able.
Understood, 98. Of course we can. Runway 27, taxi. Here in the inner ramp, just taxi and hold short.
Thanks very much. We'll taxi out from the ramp and hold short at 27. FedEx 398. Lovely. Many long lines in Devon? Not really. I'm getting old now, so I can't really lie in. Yeah, I'm getting old now, so I don't know what a lie in is anymore. I mean, like, I'll wake up early, even if I do lie in. Right, let's do a takeoff config test, which can be done somewhere. Isn't it down here? That's the gear horn. Actually, is it the fact that that's in a green box? Does that mean it's okay? We need to arm auto flight before we take off, but I think that's it.
Radio check, American 628.
You make 30 sound like 80. I feel like I'm 80, mate. Green is go. Okay, awesome. Good. I'm enjoying flying this again. Hey, and Dan! Oh my goodness gracious. 95 months. Holy moly. I don't know what's going on with these, like, the textures looking all grainy in the distance. That's weird. What's that all about? Dan, thank you, mate. 95 bloody months. Love you, bud. Hope you're well. That is a long time.
Ready for quick to start, American 628.
American 628, push in, start your discretion. Just
Oh, wow, this thing does not turn.
Call you for taxi.
I've not flown this thing since the original V1 release version. I think they've changed quite a lot in it, haven't they? Probably put some taxi lights on.
And American 628, sorry, expect 36 there.
Expect 36 right, American 628.
No. He said 36 center, didn't he? FedEx 398 short of 27 at Victor 2. We're ready for departure.
Southwest 636, RNF to Beale, runway 36 left, clear for takeoff, and wind 1704.
That wasn't for me. What was for tea? Tacos! Taco Thursday.
Southwest 636.
I'm not sure if you've got the wrong call sign. It was FedEx 398 short of 27 at Victor 2, ready for departure.
Oh, yeah, I was just clearing Southwest, FedEx 398, line up and wait 27.
No problem. It was just the timing there. We'll line up and wait 27, FedEx 398. I was wondering if he was calling me or calling something else. Only just leaving. This is Jamie Payne level of faffing. I had to go and pick poor old Becca up from work. She had a bloody migraine, so the fact that I was even live on time pretty much at 6 o'clock is a wonder in itself. Right, yes, the APU's also shut down. We've only been cleared to line up and wait at the moment. Strobe lights should be on. I'll leave the landing lights off until we get takeoff clearance. TCAS is on, we're good to go. I don't know what's going on with that.
3072, leaving my airspace to
that
the north.
blurriness down in the distance. I'm only seeing that since installing the latest graphics drivers. I've never seen that before. It looks horrible. Has anybody else had that before? No, nothing's changed. I've applied my... I think I've applied my... Yeah, I've applied my thingies correctly, my NVIDIA control panel things correctly. I'll double check it just to make sure in a moment. Right, ARM auto flight. Is that armed? Do I need to press it again? Have a look. Lens flare. I've literally never seen it before. The only thing that's changed is that I've done a fresh install of graphics drivers today. Yeah, that's all correct.
Southwest 636, radar contact 1800.
I set that up earlier. Good. Unbox his arm. Really? It might just be the scenery. I'll monitor it.
FedEx 398, flight runway heading 5000, clear for takeoff runway 27, winds 17, actually new, 160 at 6.
Thanks very much. Clear takeoff runway 27 onto departure runway heading to 5000. FedEx 398. Okay, here we go. It's FedEx, isn't it? Thrust set. I wonder if it's just the scenery. I don't know. Yeah, the runway textures look awful, don't they? Okay, through 100 knots. Engine fail. Oh, I know why, it's fine. It's not an engine fail, it's because my thrust levers weren't in the position on the actual thing. Right, rotate. Oh, the rotate feels better now than it did before. Positive rate. You're up. So the reason why we had the engine fail there and the engines rolled back is because the physical position of my thrust levers weren't in the same position as the FedEx thing, so it didn't like it.
Bravo requesting descent.
How do I go heading select?
And 0 Tango Bravo, you can descend 240.
Descent level 240, 850 Tango Bravo.
Am I being an idiot? God, we're already through 3,000. Why can I not pull for heading?
And FedEx 398, there you go. I got your river contact 3,500, climb maintain 350.
I maintain flight level 350, FedEx 398. Okay, let's get rid of the flaps.
You can turn left, let's do direct Kirby.
Left direct Kirby, FedEx 398. Chat, why does that not work? Slats retract. Left direct Kirby. Oh, this is not going well. Luckily, that's going to auto make us put us on a left-hand turn.
Stabilizer motion.
Okay, so flaps are up, gears up. Spoilers can be retracted. Landing gear, nose lights can go off. We're through 5,000, so that's climbing fine. We've got 250 pitch, nav 1, climb thrust to 35. Yeah, so let's go 35 now. Ah, that's it there, isn't it? I need to look for that down arrow. There we go, we got it. Okay, that's fine. It's made the left turn direct to Kirby anyway.
Center's going to be closing down for about 10 minutes. I'll be back. Everybody, just proceed on income on 2 SMOA. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Right, unpausing alerts. There we go.
American 6 ready for taxi. Am I good to taxi to my runway, sir?
The controller's logged off, so you can taxi to your runway at your own discretion, and then if they come back online, you can contact them at whatever stage of flight you're at.
Sounds good, thank you.
There we go, being a helpful member of the VATSIM network. So direct to Kermi. I forgot how much of a rocket this thing is. I forgot how much of a rocket it is. Is MSFS 2024 going to be the same as this, or will it actually be better? Well, Alex, obviously I'm going to be a little bit biased because I work for Microsoft Flight Simulator, but well, it's your job to tell me that. It's for you to tell me when MSFS 2024 releases whether you think it is better than 2020. It's going to be that's what part of my job is to hear back from you folks to hear what you're saying and whether you think that 2024 is better than 2020. And if you're like, oh, well, that means I have to buy it and spend money, and then you've already got my money even if I don't like it. Well, that's not the case, because MSFS 2024 will come out day 1 on Game Pass. So you can try it out on Game Pass if you have a Game Pass subscription. Let us know if you like it, and then if you want to purchase it full, then, well, yeah, then you can. Is my photogrammetry off? No. I mean, I can double check. Oh, hold on. There's the airport. It's crazy to think we were parked down there just a second ago. Hey, Phil, 84 months. I'll get back to that question in a sec, Alex. Thank you so much, Phil. 84 months and still rocking and rolling in the stream. Goodness gracious, that's a long time. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you, bud. Hey. Thank you, mate. I miss the Pacific Northwest more than you know, my friend. I really do. Thank you so much for 84 months. That's 7 years, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you, dude. When I got blurry textures, it was because NVIDIA optimized turned the detail radius down. I wonder, I've done a clean install of graphics drivers. today, and I wonder whether something switched or whether I've not done something in my settings. It looks all right now, but on the ground, it was just the runway textures were blurry, you know, about 50 meters in front of the nose of the aircraft. So I wondered if it was, I wonder if it was anything to do with that. 7 years, mate. Thank you so much. Wild, isn't it? So going back to Alex's question, yeah, I mean, there's a very good reason as to why MSFS 2024 is a thing. It's not just to get more money off of people. With where 2020 is, it's kind of at its limits of what it can do engine-wise. Lots of people forget that, like, MSFS 2020 started development back in April of 2016. And we're now in August of 2024. So that's like 8.5 years. For a game engine, that's quite a long time. So 2020 is pretty much kind of like maxed out in terms of what it can do. So, you know, with the advancements in what, you know, Asobo and what the team have done with for 2024 is that we're hoping that we're going to be able to do lots of cool new stuff with it. And if you've had a look at some of the trailers that have been released and some of the information that's already been spoken about a bit by Jorg and Seb and Martial during the dev live streams, you'll kind of already hear a little bit about, you know, like what's gone on and what's being done in the new sim. Especially if you check out the seminars that they held at Flight Sim Expo 2024 and Flight Sim Expo 2023. They talk a bit about it there. But make sure that you're definitely tuning into the next developer live stream on the Twitch, on the MSFS official Twitch channel. Because kind of from September onwards is when, you know, more information about MSFS 2024 is going to be made available. And we're going to be able to start to talk about more things and everything. That's what Jorg said during the last dev live stream anyways, that for this month's devs live stream is when he's going to start talking more about things. So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that. Will MSFS have 20... I can't answer those, guys. So, you've got to remember, if it's not already public information, I can't answer it. So... unfortunately, this stream is not going to turn into a Q&A of what is MSFS 2024 going to have. You know, if you guys have a look at the MSFS website, you'll see that we've got an FAQ, a frequently asked questions section. So you can have a look on there at some information that's already on there. Or, again, you can go and watch back those seminars that Seb and Jorg have done from the dev, from FS Expo and things, and watch those for any information. But if it's not in those, it's not information that I can share, I'm afraid. So there we go. Northrow, name me a bit of software that doesn't have a bug in it. Good luck. You might be here for quite a while trying to find one, mate. You may be here quite a while. Chewy FAQ. What's your social security number? We do not have social security numbers here in the UK. NDAs are a bitch, aren't they? Not really. It's not really an NDA. It's my full-time job, so it goes to a little bit more of a deeper degree than just an NDA. Yeah. As I say, also as well in the... I know you folks are normally very good at this, but in the absolute greatest of respects, my live stream is not a place to come and grumble about your gripes about Microsoft Flight Simulator. If you think that this is like an easy target or an easy place for that kind of thing, or it's somehow going to get your issues escalated or elevated quickly, it's absolutely not the case whatsoever. As much as I'm always kind of, you know, like, I know that there's a bit of cross between my role as community manager and my streaming, because it's all the same sim and everything like that. My live streams are for me to take off my community manager hat for the most part and chill out, relax, enjoy the sim, fly, just as I've been doing on Twitch for 8.5 odd years myself now. So you know, in that regard, you know, please also just respect that, you know, there are official avenues you can go down if you have issues with the sim, or if you want to report bugs, or if you've got feedback to give us. And my live stream isn't really the place to do that. So any kind of respect shown on that is hugely appreciated. You folks have been amazing at that. It's crazy to me that it's been a year since I joined the team now. It's absolutely wild that I've already been in the role for a year. And you folks have just been so unbelievable. You know, it was kind of my big worry when I started on the team that like my live stream would just become a constant Q&A of people trying to get information out of me that, you know, or trying to get things escalated through me without going through the official channels. But you folks have just been so amazing with kind of respecting that there's a lot that I can't talk about with my work. And it's not because I don't want to talk about it, it's just that I can't talk about it. And as soon as I can talk about it, I will. So thank you all again for this past year of being so respectful of that. And for just being awesome, especially with like the stream schedule, you know, with the changes and things that we've had. So I really appreciate that. Hey, Joel, tier 2, 52 months. Thank you, mate. Can you tell us what brand of coffee they use? At events, it's usually a Starbucks, right? Joel, thank you, mate. Tier 2. 52 months. No, he's all over the world, so God knows. I never know where he is. Very nice. Touch base about October. What's going on in October again? I've got no idea. Joel, I'm such an awful friend. I apologize. What's going on in October? You're coming here? Are you coming here? Starbucks, I know, right? At Flight Sim Expo, there was a 2.5 hour queue or a 2.5 hour wait for your order for Starbucks. So the Starbucks at Flight Sim Expo in the casino, you would place your order, and then the average wait time was 2.5 hours. Like they had to literally text you and phone you when your order was ready. But the problem is that they had no organization, so there were people who were getting their orders like before others who'd ordered it earlier kind of thing. It was just a mess. It was a mess. So I did all of Sunday at Flight Sim Expo without any coffee, which for me is like virtually unheard of. I was a very tired boy. National secrets? What the hell are you talking? Why are you all talking about national secrets? What was I gonna say? Yeah, Joel. Honestly, things are gonna be so unbelievably busy for me at the moment. I've got no idea what's going on those dates. It will obviously, if I am gonna be free, it will be on a weekend. So like 12th or 13th. There might be a chance that I'm free, but we'll probably have the kids. So I don't know at the moment, but yeah. As I say, my brain is in such a flutter at the moment that I even forgot, so I apologise. But, oh yeah, no, if we can see you, we will absolutely make it happen, mate. It stemmed from an NDA to a... Oh, okay, I see. Have you tried the Asobo ATR-72? Yeah, I haven't flown it in quite a while, actually. I'm just waiting for some more updates before I personally fly it more regularly. But lots of people have great enjoyment out of the ATR-72, and it is due an update at some point. I don't know when that update is coming out, but there's one being worked on. So, yeah, the B2 looks amazing. I haven't seen the trailer, but I saw... Oh, I think it was CG Aviator, or I saw somebody's YouTube video of them flying it the other day. Looked really good. We could come out as an option. Yeah, I mean, even into Oxford would be awesome, mate. Do you have game mode on? In Windows settings, I don't think so. Have you tried the new Phoenix update? No, that released earlier on today, and obviously I worked and then streamed, so I've not had a chance to check out the new I've not had a chance to check out the new Phoenix update yet, but we will be flying it this week. So either on Saturday or Sunday, we're gonna do a long flight, like 3.5 hour full flight in the A321. So it'll probably be then that we check it out. Another B2, yeah, but I think this one's actually like pretty realistic, as realistic as it can be. Have a look at, I think it was CG Aviator on YouTube who did a video on it. If not, you should subscribe to their YouTube anyway, because they're a really great content creator. But yeah. Hey Capitano, hello mate, how you doing? Sorry, I just realised I minimised my YouTube chat earlier on and I've had it freaking muted the whole time. I do apologise. Yeah, Hans has got it. Yeah, so he says, I think it's great. Microsoft is spending money on upgrading the game engine with 2024 instead of milking out 2020. That's it. You know, 2020 is in a really great spot. And 2020, you know, over time has just been seeing growth upon growth upon growth. But in terms of, you know, like being able to implement new features and lots of cool stuff that, you know, 2020 is at the limit. So, yeah. Will 2024 stop the crashing of the instruments displays on Xbox? I can't answer that, mate. I've not got that information, I'm afraid. I can't answer that. You've had a hard time installing it, really? It should just be just one straight installer. Is your, like, Windows Defender or something blocking something, Alan? I wish Hans would finally come around to the CRJ. Well, I think Hans is an incredibly busy guy, because obviously he's got to keep up with updates to the ATR for our project and everything, but then he's also got the CRJ and stuff. I don't know about anything to do with that side of things with the CRJ. Not my realm at all. There are new iFly Max 8 previews on their Discord. I'm a little bit concerned about that product. Do you know what? It's not for anything confirmed, but there's a lot of talk. Kind of not behind the scenes isn't the right word. I don't know anything about it. Just to preface this, I've never spoken to an iFly developer, so I could be completely wrong with this. But my understanding of it is that that product is not near release yet, but they are releasing literally like new screenshots almost I think in the month of August they released at least 3 different sets of new preview images, which to people in the community is kind of insinuating that it's getting close. You folks know that, you know, like when you see a developer start to pull out loads of preview images, it's usually a sign that things are getting close. But I could be wrong with this, and I could have, you know, misinformed information. So please don't take my word as gospel. But from what I've heard through the grapevine, shall we say, is that it's not. So it'll be interesting to see if we do see the iFly Max 8 soon. You wonder whether they're pumping out previews to keep people excited about it in the wake of the announcement, obviously, that there's going to be a Max 8 by default in MSFS 2024. So you wonder if it's a bit of a knee-jerk reaction to that. But, yeah. A tester for the iFly said to me it's still in alpha. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say who my sources are of information, because, you know, people who are involved in the project shouldn't really be talking about it. But I will just say that I've heard through the grapevine that it's not yet near release. They said releases in the next few months on Discord. Give me $1 for every time I'd heard that, Rev, and I'd be able to retire. Hello there, Easy. Hi, Chewie. Will you marry me? Oh, my God. Any thoughts on the aircraft in the latest PMDG announcement? Honestly, not a clue. Not a clue. I've not spoken to Rob for months. He's not texted me back. I don't think he likes me anymore. I've got no idea. Absolutely not a clue. That's you. Very good. Nice. Bit of BA ops into London. Have I done a BA flight into London with a new photogrammetry yet? I think I've done one, haven't I? Is it a yes? Alex, you're not even subbed, so... No, I'm kidding. Honestly, marriage, I have a feeling you'd have to go through Becca first, mate. I think Becca would have something to say about that, wouldn't she? What type of cargo and snacks have we got on board? Oh, what do you think they'd be transporting from Memphis to Miami? Yachts and boats, I don't know. I don't know. I bought it at first earlier this month. Yeah, I don't know, Alan. Maybe it's something like your antivirus blocking it or something. Do you think Becca would be fine with it? Do you reckon? I don't know if that's the first time I've had somebody to propose for me, actually. Might be. How much? Yeah, that's true, actually, Reese. You've got that spot on, yeah. She'd probably tried to sell me off. Yeah, fair. Yeah. Do I remember you 3 years ago? Your Twitch got... Alex, I don't mean this in a rude way, mate, but 3 years in my age is quite a long time. Could be bourbon from Memphis to Miami. There we go. We'll say it's that. We'll say it's that. I haven't put an ETA at the top of the screen. Flight time is going to be about an hour and... Ooh, hello. An hour and 50 minutes. What time did we take off? That's the wrong software. We took off at about 1806, it says. So that's 1906. Yeah, it's saying about, well, it's saying about 1955. (1955) Zulu. As you can see, folks, it's just popped up on the screen in the bottom right-hand corner over there. And there's a link in the channel as well. Going into the month of September now, continuing on my August sponsorship with the team at AMD. And going into September, we've got a slightly different campaign now all around the 9000 series CPUs for AMD. So if you're thinking about pre-ordering or taking a look at the current 9000 series CPUs from AMD, go and check it out. Got a link here to the PC Specialist website. I've worked a lot with PC Specialist in the past. I absolutely love this company. I've only got good things to say about them. And that's not sponsored with PC Specialist. It's just this AMD sponsorship that it's through this link. But yeah, they've got some pre-built systems on here, but they've also got a link for well, it's just a pre-order thing into here, so you can go and check this out. You've got a landing screen here and some more information about the 9000 series and comparing it with some of the older series, the 7000, 5000 series as well. So yeah, go and check it out if you want. If you're interested in this kind of thing, no worries if not. But go and check it out if you did want to take a look. So big thanks once again to AMD for not only supporting us through August, but also into September as well. Is that interesting weather in southern Florida? Well, we'll go and take a look at let's go and take a quick look at the Meta for Miami. I don't think it was looking bad. Oh. I shouldn't have spoken. I don't think... It's almost like when I said we've no longer got a concern about terrain. I don't think the weather's bad in Miami. 7 statute miles, light thunderstorms and rain, 2,400 feet CBs, overcast at 12,000. Yeah. Well, it'll be a fun arrival into Miami, that's for sure. It's fine. We've got like an hour and a half until we land, so we've got... It'll blow over. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, summer weather in a tropical region, that's it. Who'd have thought? I'll never forget when I went to Orlando for Expo in 2019. And I wasn't really aware of the, the tropics and the climate changes in Florida. And we landed in Orlando, got to the condo place that we were staying at, went to like a corner shop to go and get some, like food and water and bits and bobs for the week. And it was lovely sunny weather when we went into the shop. We were in the shop for all of about 5 minutes, walked outside, and I've never seen rain like it in my life. I've never seen a storm like that in my life. It was my first time ever experiencing a storm, like an American storm, and I was blown away. Not literally, but, metaphorically. And then when I broke my arm, actually, there was a huge storm in Houston. I've never seen lightning like that in my life. The new MD-11 update should come out this week. Nice. Yeah, I was debating waiting to fly this until that new update came out, but I wanted to get to... I didn't know when the MD-11 update was coming out, and I wanted to get to grips with this aircraft again because I haven't flown this... almost since release. We flew it like non-stop for 2 weeks odd when it first released, and then we've not touched it since. So I wanted to give it another go because, as I say, when Aerosoft Frankfurt comes out next week, I want to do some lufty cargo stuff with it. So here we are. Hello, Johnny. I still have a video of some of the rain. Do you remember when we went to watch the Canadian Grand Prix, and I think we watched half of it because the power kept cutting out? I don't think I'll ever forget that. It was just a core memory of that trip. So, yeah. Was missed by a Cat 5 Typhoon. Oh my god. Crazy. Go to Oklahoma. Things get wild. Yeah, the weather in America, I've never seen weather like that. And it was something else. It really was. It really was. It was something else. Where are we flying over right now, actually? Birmingham. We're flying over Birmingham. Is that Alabama? What state is Birmingham in? Birmingham. Let Lafayette take the lead. It is Alabama. Yes, I know my states. Haha. You should be proud of me for that one. Well, I'm hoping we'll get to see some of the nice views on the west coast of Florida. That doesn't look very nice though, does it? What's the weather like at Tampa? Just in case. Although I've got no idea how we divert in this thing. Okay, the weather's better there, so yeah. Telford, Alabama. Probably a bit nicer than Telford, Birmingham, or West Mids, or whatever it is. Yeah, we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. Shropshire. Upcoming updates, some sound improvements, weather radar, terrain map. Okay, remote CDU and a bunch of other... Nice. Oh, that's cool. I think that's a nice, like, health... You know, like, healthy update, I guess, if that's the right word. I don't know what we're going to fly tomorrow. I was debating doing some VATSIM events this weekend. But no confirmation on that just yet. And then... one of the 2 days, either Saturday or Sunday, we're going to do like a flight down to the Canaries or a flight down to a Greek island, like a 3.5, 4 hour flight, I think. I fancy a longer flight on one of the 2 days. Just because we just don't get an opportunity to do that much anymore. So screw it, why not? And yeah, I've not really planned out other content yet. Black Ops 6 beta's over the weekend, so I really want to play that, but I don't know whether I'll stream it. I don't know whether I'll stream it. A 172 CTP. Ugh. I don't want to do a CTP in a freaking 777, so in a Cessna 172, no thanks. How's your back in the little one? Yeah, not too bad, thank you, Moz. Good to see you. Not too bad, thank you, mate. Hope you're well, hope you're well. Good to see you, mate. One thing that I actually want to make sure that I do is to put these in. I want to make sure that we've definitely got these restrictions in. Just to make sure that we're set up for the approach. Oh, excuse me. Have you had a good rest over the weekend? Yeah, it was good, thank you, mate. It was good. Straight back into the grind. I've had such a busy... It's weird, isn't it? Like, I'd taken a holiday or a little mini break. I only had 4 days off work, so it wasn't much. But, well, technically I only had 3 days off work because it was a bank holiday on Monday, so that doesn't really even count. But, yeah, I had 4 days away from work, and now I'm like... I actually am now even more tired because I've, like, had to catch up with all the workload from those days off. It probably would have been like a nice steady flow of work had I worked on those 4 days. But because I'm now catching up on everything before the end of the month, and I've got to catch up with all those tasks from the 4 days off, it's like, do you know what I mean? It's really weird, but yeah. So I'm actually pretty knackered just because I've come back and had lots to catch up on and, you know, to do. But it's good. It's nice that work's busy. Hey, we got a sub! It's GT5 King. Hello. Gosh, 39 months. Coming back to the office like, hey, 400 new emails. My Discord notifications from like the servers and stuff were like, oh, like the official Discord server and everything. And I was like, oh my God. Emails weren't too bad actually, but it was just a lot of like different tasks and stuff, you know, bits and bobs, admin things, and then slotting it into my other normal tasks. But it was good. Thank you very much. Cheers for the 39 months, my dude. That's really kind of you. Hope you're well, GT. Good to see you, bud. And 33 months from Mr. M. Scott. It's a double sub. Hello, hello. Thank you very much. 33 months, right? Oh, there's all the pun intended there. Good to see you, mate. Love you long time. Thank you very much for the 33-month sub. A double sub coming in from GT5 King and Mr. M. Scott as well. Thank you both. Very much appreciated. João Pedro Pierre is here on YouTube. I'm from Brazil. Hello. Welcome. The MD-11 is awesome. Been putting it through its paces. Currently from a flight from Heathrow to LAX. Nice. Enjoy. When I did a stint 4 on 4 off in an office, you'd literally have to draw a line in the sand and say wasn't on my shift. If it's important, they'll ask again. Yeah, I mean, I'll be completely frank with you folks. I am a bit of a workaholic, and it's something that I'm actually trying to get out of my schedule. Like, I'll find myself checking things out of hours very regularly, you know, on weekends and stuff, and way after I finish and stuff. I think it's in Scotland or somewhere. There's a new initiative that's coming in quite a lot of places called the right to turn off, which essentially means it's like, I think they're even looking to put it into law that like you can't get contacted and be expected to respond outside of your working hours unless you're like getting paid for overtime that you've agreed to do, kind of thing, I guess. I don't know the specifics of it, but yeah, I think this little break holiday that I did kind of really highlighted to me how much I need to stop sometimes and not be in work mode 24/7, because I pretty much am. You know, you folks know it, especially with me streaming as well. I literally eat, breathe, and live flight sim. And it's been something that I've very much struggled with. I struggle to just turn off Discord, turn off notifications about other things, and just kind of not think about anything work or flight sim related. I was very good with it whilst I was away. I logged off of Discord. I turned off all notifications for like Twitter and emails and everything. And I was really good, and I didn't check anything. And I was really proud of myself for that. But it's kind of got to that stage now where I'm feeling proud of myself for taking a couple of days away from Discord. So it kind of highlighted to me of like, right, you need to stop being a bit of a workaholic. So yeah. It's been put into Belgian law 2 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. You feel the burnout when you're on holiday? Well, I won't lie to you. I was surprised I didn't get ill. Because it's very common that you'll stop and that's when you'll get sick, because your body is just used to continuing going. And it's only when it stops and you sit and do nothing that your body kind of catches up and then you get sick. So I was like full on expecting to come back from this little mini holiday and have like a stinking cold. But yeah, luckily not. Are you going to play the new Star Wars Outlaws? I don't have time for it. When do I have time for it? I do work and flight sim streaming 60 hours a week, and then any other time I'm either asleep or with family. Like, my schedule is I work 8:30 to 5:30 with MSFS, pretty much Monday through Friday. Those hours might vary a little bit, but it's pretty much around about 8:30 to 5:30. You know, I can have a break in between or not have a break and do 9 until 5, whatever, but it's about that. And then I finish work, have some food, then stream. And so I usually stream until about like 9:30-ish. Go and have a shower, go to bed, and get up the next morning and do the same. The only midweek day that changes is on a Wednesday, where I replace streaming with playing badminton. And then Saturday and Sunday is when I'm with Becca. So, you know, I only get to see Becca and stuff normally on weekends, really. So family time, really, for me is only on Saturday and Sunday. And by no means am I complaining, but the question was, am I going to play Star Wars Outlaws? Unfortunately, if I actually want to play any other games in my life, I either need to do it on stream or substitute sleep. Those are my only two options. So it's either that I start doing more variety on stream and stream other games, or I substitute hours of sleep. So yeah. Who needs sleep? That's it. Sleep is for the weak. Delta Bravo, thanks for the follow. Cheers, mate. First week to unwind, and then you can enjoy the second week. Yeah. I've been able to watch a little bit of gameplay of Outlaws, and it looked pretty cool, but to be honest with you, even if I did have the time to play it, it would be another one of those games that I would buy at full price, get halfway through the campaign, and then not touch for 6 months, and then probably not touch again because I will have forgotten all of the campaign and been like, bugger. It's like Hogwarts Legacy. I've never finished Hogwarts Legacy because I'd now have to go back and read loads or watch loads on what the campaign was because I've completely forgotten it all. So yeah. Right, I'm absolutely sweltering, boiling hot, so I'm just going to go and get my aircon on. I'm going to be a sec. For some reason, it is like an absolute sauna in my studio at the moment. I feel like it's just because it's so muggy. It's not even hot outside, it's just muggy. So hopefully the aircon will kick in a moment. It's quite nice actually doing a bit of a longer flight. I like at least dedicating one stream a week to this kind of like 1 hour 45 to 2 hour flight time because it just gives us more of an opportunity to chat. I feel like when we do 2 flights, I like doing a full rotation and I like being able to do 2 flights, but you know, unless I want to finish at like 10:30, we're usually pretty full on the whole time, you know, like we don't have a lot of chances to, well, sit back in wing views and chat for ages. So I do like to try and fit this kind of like 2-hour flight in and just do one of these on a stream at least once a week, just so that we can have a chance to, well, just chat. I found out FedEx used cost index 200. You're joking me. Really? Cost index 200? In an aircraft that's already as fuel guzzling as this? Surely not. Surely not. Is the aircon even doing it? I think it's cooling down now. Did you buy the ATR in the marketplace or can you buy it as well? No, it's the only place it's available is in the marketplace. It's the only place you can get it. That's the same with all MSFS, like official releases. FedEx got a yeet. I mean, that's yeet and then some. That is yeet and then some. Cost index 100 is pretty standard in the MD-11. Really? Can I even change it? To be fair, I've not planned fuel for cost index 200, so we'll leave it as we are. Oh, shh! That's me knocking the yoke with my chair. It's fine, nothing to see here. Oh, I can change it there. I've not planned the fuel for it, though. I guess we'll have... To be fair, with the fact that there's also a chance of interesting weather at Miami, it's probably not a good idea for me to start screwing around with fuel and going a lot faster. I think I'm going to be boring and play it safe. We're in no rush. It's only like about just over an hour until we land anyway. It's not bad at all. Interesting weather plus MD-11 approach. Yeah, plus the fact that I've not flown this thing pretty much since not long after launch. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No, that's so old, that Toga Project's website. I remember seeing that in like 2017 that got released. It's so out of date. It is so out of date. Oh, it says last revision in 2023, to be fair. Ooh. Let's see if it's got half of these that I know correct. I'm pretty sure it's cost index 20 for BA on the 320 and 319. I think it's the same on all the Airbus. I love how they've got A318 even though they don't have them anymore. No, it's wrong. BA did not use a cost index of 90 on the 744. They used 53. 777 is normally 57, not 100, yeah. The 0 from westbound flights. Yeah, but only on the east coast of the USA. I don't think that I know somebody who's on the 787, but I don't think they use 25. I don't know, I might be wrong. I've never heard of a BA74 using 90 cost index though. It was 53 or 57. EasyJet, that's wrong as well. I think they have a dynamic cost index, isn't it? Or at least they used to. It was anywhere between like 4 and 15. 4 and 6. So see, this is it. It's not correct. Don't trust Toga Project's database. It's not up to date. I mean, I can't answer it for all of them, but 4 for the 319 and 26 for the 321. There we go. It's literally nowhere near it. They say it's 12. They say it's 3 times what it actually is in the 319 and 320. It's crazy. And even more for the 321. They say it's like 4 times what it actually is. So they've got it very wrong. As I said, I can't answer for ones that I don't know. Which is a lot of these. But the ones that I do know, I know that they've got all of them wrong. Look, but this is weird. So apparently FedEx use a cost index of 200, but UPS use 0. What? Virgin Atlantic. Johnny? Where is he? Flyboy! I'd have to have a look at Western Globe. Is it Western? I've got some documents. I'll never forget when I flew on the Virgin Atlantic 747 to Vegas and they used cost index 200 because they were bored. Yes, Dan, yeah. There should have been a tutorial to install the MD-11. I mean, I literally downloaded the installer, entered in my installation, my registration thing, and then it installed. That's all I had to do, Alan. I'd reach out to their customer support if you're having issues install it. I've not heard of anybody else having any issues installing it. Anyway, yeah. Well, the ones that I know of were all wrong, pretty much, in that list. So don't trust that website. It is not correct. It was like, and it wasn't even close. The EasyJet ones were way out. Way out. Right, back onto prog. That ETA is actually coming back quite nicely. I just thought about that because we've not put any wind data in, but we've got a bit of a tailwind. So our ETA says 1955 Zulu, but it might be a bit earlier than that. It should only be about an hour or so until landing. Now, I was going to go and have a look at the arrival and just make sure that we've got all the restrictions in. So let's check. So we should have Sabi 280 below flight level 250. Am I blind? Has it even got the arrival in? I feel like it's missed half of the arrival. Or am I being an idiot? Is it because I'm not even coming in on that one? I might not even be coming in. We're coming in via a Corey. So yes, it should be there. So we've got plows above flight level 340. I saw that. There's plows. Then it goes plows, then Matney. Correct. Then it goes to Cleat. Oh, Sabi's from here. Okay, that's why. That's why we've not got it. Okay, sorry, I'm an idiot. So Cleat, 280 knots between flight level 280 and 210. Well, it's not got the speed in there. See, this is it. This is why we put these things in. So speed 280 at Cleat. Then we need to be above 15,000 at Barben. 11,000 or above at Jamas at 280 knots. So we'll put that in. Fine. Then Enol, we need to be between 16 and 14. Actually, no, sorry, we don't have that because we go frogs, don't we? So we go frogs, then art. Art, we need to be between 11 and 9,000 at 250 knots. See, this is why you check this, because it's not put any of the speed restrictions in. It's bugged on the TFDi. It has not put any of those speed restrictions in. Aspen below 10. PBJ above 8. Fine. And then leg finally will be 4,000. Good. So we have got all the restrictions in. And then from there, we're just going to go leg direct Copra. And Copra, we should be at 3,000 feet, and that's when we should get the glide. So that's absolutely fine. Good. Right, so we're fine with the restrictions and the speed now. We know we've got that correct. It's wild that we're not even anywhere near to halfway through this flight and we're already on the star. This star for Miami starts here. What state is this? Is this still Alabama? It is. That is wild. There is a star for Miami Airport on the southeastern corner of Florida that begins in Alabama. What the hell? I mean, that is just wild. How long even is the star? Look, the first waypoint on the star, 124 nautical miles. Talk about funneling traffic much. Yeah, not to scale, right? Nikki to Bromo, just, you know, that looks like a short segment there. 81 miles. Holy crap. Wild. Absolutely bonkers. Yeah, descend via the SID, yeah. Descend via the SID, that's it. Absolutely crazy. There we are. Talking of ATC, actually, Jacksonville Centre's logged on. 135925, so I'll prep it. Don't know why I'm not on Unicom, actually. 135925. Yeah, descend via the SAR. Descend via the SID. That would be a nasty day at work if you got that, wouldn't it? Descend via the SID. Pardon? Pardon? How can I find an ATR flight you did? I haven't flown the ATR for quite a few months now, so I don't think there'll be any videos of it, I'm afraid. Sorry, bud. VODs on Twitch get deleted after 3 months, I think. Although I am now streaming on YouTube as well, so... I don't know if I'm going to keep up with YouTube streaming. I've still not decided. I'm still like umming and ahhing about it. Because it's quite a lot of effort to set it up. Yeah, when was the last time I did an ATR flight? No, I think they actually want to watch it back, Mac, because in like the stream back. Apparently the last time I flew the ATR was when we did that flight to Birmingham. Back in January. Now, I've definitely... I feel like I've flown it since then, because I know I did a flight to Bucharest on the MSFS official channel, but I don't think I did it on Volanta. But the last time I flew it on this channel was in January. Yeah, I think that was the only time I've ever flown into Birmingham in MSFS. The weather was awful, the scenery was awful, and ATC, I think, logged off midway through the approach, so we had to randomly vector ourselves all over the place. Weirdly enough, I don't think I've gone back there since. Oh my god, look. I've flown 747 nautical miles. I've flown to the moon 3.6 times. I wonder how crazy my Volanta flight log would be if I moved all of my project flights over, and if I didn't stop using it for like 7 months. There was like a 7-month period where I just got really lazy and stopped logging all of my flights, which I'll never get back. So there's like 7 months missing here, plus all of my project fly, and what was the other one that lots of people used? Sim Toolkit Pro, is that it? Like, I don't think I ever imported all of my flights from there in. So I wonder what it would be with all of those on. God, look at Europe. Look at all the destinations I've flown to and from in Europe. That's wild. Ah, there's Jackson. Oh, hello, Becca. How are you feeling? You feeling better? On 35925. Yeah, I'm sure I'd have more trips to the moon if I did more long hauls. But I think
Jacksonville Center,
that many trips to the moon, considering I mainly do short hauls, is pretty good.
with you.
With you. You got like that post-drone stage now where you're just tired and feeling rough. Rest up, babe. Rest up. Get some good sleep. Jacksonville, good afternoon. FedEx 398, flight level 350 inbound Bullseye.
FedEx 398, Jacksonville Center, hello, please identify.
Center at runway 6404 at flight level 260.
Sunwings 6404, please stand by. Break, speed pings 136, please ident.
Imagine being on the Star with still more than an hour to go. Well, I don't know what time we reached a Corey. We reached a Corey, yeah. We reached a Corey with about an hour and 10 minutes to go. That's the start of the Star, and we're flying at 510 knots ground speed. At Mach 81. How ridiculous is that? Like an hour and 5, an hour and 10 minutes to fly at the start of the Star. Unreal. Unreal. You can see I'm a long haul fan? Oh yeah, definitely then. We do long hauls overnight. Yeah. Look at how little I've done in Africa. I'd love to do more flying in Africa, actually. And I need to do more in, like, India as well. What countries have I still never visited?
Okay, FedEx 398, heavy radar contact, 15 miles southeast of similar VOR.
Oh. So, some of these aren't correct because I've definitely done, but just didn't do on Volanta. Like Papua New Guinea, we've definitely done that in P3D. Bangladesh, I've done, but I've never landed there. So we need to do a flight into Dakar at some point. We've obviously done Bhutan because that's Paro.
Excuse me.
I think all of those are correct. Have I ever gone to Armenia? I don't think I have. No, never done Armenia.
Sunwings 6404, please.
I've done Amman before, but not in Volanta. And like we've done loads of these, like when we did the tours and stuff, like Angola and everything. You know, like I've done these. I've done quite a few places in Africa, like Senegal and everything like that. I've done that, but it's really annoying actually because with Volanta you have to land at the destination for it to count that you've been there. Like we've departed out of Dakar in MSFS. Do you remember we did that awesome flight down the coast in the Headwind A330, and we had to go around because we were below minima? Do you remember? So we've done like a lot of these places on the maps that it says I've not done. But it's just that I've either not visited there on Volanta or I've not landed there. So, yeah. So my map could look a lot more filled in than it actually is. It wouldn't take me much to fill in quite a lot of places though, you know. It wouldn't take me much to, you know, finish South America. It's Africa that we'd have loads to go to. Anyway. Ah, hello there, it's a Sahorgi! Less than a month! Less than a month! Hello! Thank you for 70 months! To the one and only Mr. Horgy. Thank you for your tier 1, buddy. Love you long time. Hope you're well, mate. Thank you, mate. They probably did the landing requirement because otherwise just spawn in at every country and fill the map. Yeah, but no, it should be like you've taken off out of somewhere and completed the flight.
7754
Do you know what I mean? There's somebody on my... I don't know if they still do it, but there was somebody on my friends list who literally had like hundreds of days in a row. So this is like how many days you've done consecutive flights logged on Volanta. I don't know if I've still got them. But there was somebody on my friends list who literally had like hundreds and hundreds of days of logged flights in a row. And what they did is they just used to spawn into the sim, take off at the same airport, literally just get airport. Look, here we go. 1,194 day streak on Volanta. But if we go and have a look at their profile and go and have a look at their flights, they basically will just do the same thing over and over and over and over again, and it logs it. So a lot of these are I don't know if I can find it now. It might not have even been this person. But there was somebody who would basically do like, yeah, look, EGGP to EGGP, and they would just spawn in. Oh, really? Is it not going to show it? Volanta, I swear, Volanta is so buggy. I just typed in EGGP and it's showing me loads of Dubai things. Brilliant. Thanks, Volanta. Click to filter flights. Oh, airport EGGP. That might be why.
Mic check for 1505. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
I want to see how many flights they've actually done where they just do EGGP.
Climb into 28,000. Going for a cruise at 350.
United 15.
They've done Dublin to EGGP 24 times. Yeah, look, here it is. Look. Bingo bongo. Test 1, 2, 3. Not a balloon. See? They just spawn in and do it like that. There you go. So this is how they've cheated the system. Look, so they've not actually done a flight here on the 22nd of April. They've just spawned in the default Cessna 152, put in the call sign Testo, got airborne, and then landed it. Look, look. So they spawn on the runway, do the quickest circuit in the world, it records a landing, and then that's a complete flight on Volanta, so they keep their streak. See? It's all logged! So people will try and like have this as a flex of like, oh yeah, I've got a 1,194 day streak on Volanta, but it's like, have you though? I mean, it means that they've literally not left their house and they've loaded into Microsoft Flight Sim or another simulator for 1,194 days in a row. I don't quite know if that's a flex though. I'll leave that up for your interpretation. Considering that's over 3¼ years. But that's just one example. I'm pretty sure I've got quite a lot of friends who have done it. I'd have to look. That's like quite a an extreme example. I don't know if I've got others on my friends list. There used to be, I feel like I'm just calling this one individual out, but there used to be quite a lot of people who did it. This by no means is the only person who I've seen doing this. There used to be quite a lot. Maybe everybody else has got bored. Or touched grass. One of the two. I think my longest streak is only like 6 days. There we go, 346. They might be legit, I don't know, but... So much scroll. But yeah, it's when you... 138. It's when you actually look through their logs and see what flights they've done to go on that kind of a streak. Anyway. Just a bit of fun. Just a bit of fun. Yeah. Well, I've got no idea who's got the longest streak on Volanta, but either way, you know, like... Does it really count if they've just, like... done like the quickest circuit in the world just to record the takeoff and the landing that took like 30 seconds? I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, United 1371, you're clear to Houston Airport as filed, maintain 3000, expect...
Looks like we're going to get some nice views of the western coast of Florida, though. I don't know what's the best view to look. But yeah, I should get some nice views of the west coast of Florida as we fly down. Beautiful. Although we're not actually in Florida yet, are we? Wait, no, Jacksonville. No, Jacksonville is Florida and everything, isn't it? All of this is Florida. Yeah, well inside it now. Yeah. Look at this. That looks terrifying. That does not look good, does it? Should we go and have a look at the METAR and see if it's got any worse?
71, read back, correct, expect runway 17, call me when ready, taxi.
It's just as bad. They've even corrected the METAR. So COR at the start of the METAR means that they've manually corrected it. 7 statute miles, light thunderstorms of rains, 2,500 CBs. Lovely. Lovely. Well, it's going to be a bit bumpy on the arrival then. I was hoping for like a nice, sunny, you know, beach welcome into Miami. Nope. Nope. Florida thunderstorms. Should have known. Kieran, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hurricane season, yeah. I'm currently in that streak, been going on for as long as Volante. Wait, you're currently in that streak, been going as long as Volante. Wait. Continuous ignition, you logged a flight every day since Volante released. I'm going to need proof if that's the case. Uh-oh. That's not good to see a tile. Nice in Orlando, is it? Typical. I've still not done Orlando properly. The last time I flew into Orlando in MSFS was when the fly-by-wire didn't have VNAV. And we flew into the default scenery. I think I did like a Spirit Wings flight from New Orleans. It's so weird how I can just like randomly remember flights like that. My memory is so weird with like streams. Like I'll just be able to randomly pluck out a memory of a flight that I did. Can I see if I can find it on Volante? See if it's locked. There it is. Look. First option. Minneapolis to Orlando, April 2022. There we go.
JetBlue 1154, please ident.
So I've not flown into Orlando in flight sim since April 2022. So weird how I can remember that. There you go. That was before we really had much released in Microsoft Flight Sim. Like, April 2022, that was before we had the PMDG 737 or before we had the Phoenix. So that would have still been at the time where I wasn't using MSFS as my main sim. Which is crazy to think now.
JetBlue 1154, do you want to stay at flight level 350? Do you want to climb 370?
No, I've not got the taxi to gate scenery because I heard such bad reviews of it. Loads of people were saying that there were loads of issues with it, with like the bridges and the performance and all sorts, so I never got it. Days of P3D. P3D, I've still got add-ons installed for P3D, but the actual sim itself is uninstalled. I've still not done anything with all of my X-Plane stuff. I do need to do that though. I'm going to skip this song. I don't like this song. Yeah, I need to get rid of all my X-Plane stuff and free up some PC space. Ready for a particular new sim that's coming out in a couple of months. Can you believe it? That in like, well, this time in 82 days, we will be in like MSFS 2024 mode. It's just crazy. I don't even know what I'm going to do for my first stream in MSFS 2024. I've got no idea. Like, do we do some of the activities? Do we do some of the airliner stuff? What do we do? I don't even know. It works, but it's badly optimized, yeah. I just didn't want to spend money on it if it was rubbish. Oh, really, Aaron? Oh. I don't even know what I'm going to do for my first stream in MSFS 2024. I'll have to, like, plan it out.
Space Wings 136 at pilot's discretion, descend maintain.
Gotta go in the X Cup and do some nature spotting. I won't lie to you, it kind of got boring, like, relatively quickly, but some of my fondest memories in MSFS 2020 is, do you remember when we were learning how to do bush flying with Candorist? Who turned out to be a... I won't finish the rest of that sentence, but... Do you remember? We did some, like, bush flying with a guy who did some content creation for a little while called The Candorist. Right in the early days of MSFS 2020. And we had really good fun with that. It got boring in the end. I couldn't do it all the time, but it was a good laugh.
Space Wings 136, please reset with transponders, squawk 3441.
I may take the day off by using my flexi time. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I'll quite get a pass for taking the day off of work on release day. I don't quite think that'll slide, will it? Hey, boss, do you mind if I take a day off of MSFS 2024 launch to stream MSFS 2024 on my personal channel? I don't think that would work. Samir on YouTube asks if buying the MD-11 is worth it. Absolutely, I love this thing. So much fun to fly. So much fun to fly. Low and slow, yeah. Honestly, I'd love to know what you folks are going to do for your first flights. I'd love to know. I don't know what my first flights are going to be, because, like, we could do like an airline flight in the 737 MAX 8. We could do an A330 flight, we could do an A400 flight, we could do a Beluga flight, or we could do some of the career stuff or the activity stuff. I literally don't know what I'm going to do first, honestly. Yeah. Why does MSFS keep resetting all of your settings in keybinds? Shouldn't be doing that. Don't know, mate. Don't know. Stream you being at work. Yeah, I mean, I don't even want to know how busy that day's going to be, because obviously, yeah, I don't know how that's quite going to work, how launch day's going to work. Like, will it be like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure I will find out.
FedEx 390, no for data fail.
Your company lets me take any day off once per month as long as I make up the time month before? Yeah. It's really great with...
398, no for data fail.
Cool.
Frequency change advisory is approved for that services terminated.
No further ATC, thanks, FedEx 398. Yeah, like, it's really good for leave for me and stuff like that. I'm just rubbish at taking leave. And, there's Tampa below, by the way, folks. I'm just rubbish at actually taking leave, and that's my problem. We can't exactly see it much, but Tampa is down there. I don't know whereabouts the airport is. What the heck is that? Those X's. If the 737 were at MAX 9, then your first flight ASA Seattle to LAX. Well, I don't even know what we're going to get liveries-wise, because obviously liveries in the sim, it's all dependent on licensing. So I don't even know what we'll get. Wait, speaking of A330, Aerosoft have dropped development of the A330neo for an A321neo. Really? That would be a huge shot. Why in the world would they do that? That is NVA 102 down there. Citation flying from New Orleans to Orlando, actually. That's an ironic flight, considering I mentioned me doing it. By the way, I've not been contacted by Aerosoft about any preview streams for the Frankfurt scenery, but I will ask. The problem is that I'm not free on the Wednesday, but I don't know if they'll let us preview it on the Tuesday or anything, if I'll be able to preview it. Right, I need to get some stuff in for the arrival. So minima is 450. There's no Cat 2 or Cat 3 here. Nice. I mean, we need to see Aerosoft actually release something first, really, I guess, first, don't we? So 450 baro minima into there. We can actually go and do a landing performance, can't we? I'm going to put the landing weight in from the flight plan. 477. Cool. So order rate low. Give us loads of room. So flap 35 is giving us a VREF of 156, a V approach of 161. Is there anything else I need to do for this? I don't need to do the ILS frequency, do I? That's all automatic. So we've got auto brake, flap setting, minima. We've already checked the approach itself. The only thing we need to review is go around procedure and where we're going to vacate and park. And then we could double check NavRad page and just make sure that we've got the ILS in, I guess, and QNH as well. So they're doing 1330 and 1340. Interesting. When do you switch from VAP to VREF? You never put your VREF in. You should at least be flying VAP. Because you've got to imagine that you've got that headwind, don't you, Mick? So say, like, if we're landing with a 5-knot headwind, then our V approach needs to be 5 knots above our reference speed, because that 5-knot headwind is going to counteract faster speed. So our ground speed should be at about 156. Whilst if I was flying in the air with a selected speed of 156 and then put that 5-knot headwind on top, we'd actually be flying at like 151. Do you see what I mean? And then there's different ways of calculating it depending on the aircraft type. So with like the 737, you can add like a V approach can go up to like 20 knots above your VREF. You add in like the, what is it, like the, something like the, oh, it's like the, oh, what is it? It's like the half the gust plus something. I can't remember. Somebody will remember it in chat. But like the bog standard, especially in heavies, is like just +5. I think on the 744, you just do +5. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Headwind component plus half the gust factor. Up to 20 knots. So there you go. Oh, really, Fat Boy Fat? Oh. So go around procedure is straight out with a left-hand turn back on a downwind up to 3,000. Cool. Fine. It would take us to Barbara, but we just continue on a downwind. So that's fine. Then we're up here on the FedEx ramp, so we're gonna aim to vacate Kilo 6 or Kilo... Sorry, no, we're on 8 right. So we're gonna aim to vacate probably Lima 7. To then cross at Lima 7, Kilo 7, and then Kilo into the ramp. That's not the right one. Has it not got... Is it not got the parking stands for Lantamite? Yeah, that's it. All about flight. Get your little Pythagoras theory out. Here we go. So like up here, like I think it's going to be like November 5-8. Is it a beam Kilo 5? Yeah. So a beam Kilo 2 and Kilo 3. So Kilo 2 and Kilo 3. So yeah, here like stand N64 is what we're going to want about there. Good. What's the CTAF for Miami? 1183. How many of you folks knew that with the scroll? So say if you've got like, you know, if we were on 135 something here, instead of scrolling all the way to the left to get back to 118, if you just continue to scroll right, it goes back to 118 at the start. So like if we were on 135, whatever it was, 135925 for Jacksonville, and then our next frequency is 1183, instead of scrolling all the way back to the left, you can just scroll to the right, and then it will recycle it. I wonder how many people actually know that that's a thing. It's like such a tiny little detail, but there you are. You might have learned something new. That's not even just a thing in the MD-11. But yeah. Right, chat, we're almost at top of descent. We've got like 30 miles until top of descent. How long have we been airborne? An hour and 22 minutes. I mean, for me, I feel like this flight's gone pretty fast. I don't know if you folks think so. Oh god, here comes the weather. Not all radios have that wraparound, but quite a lot do, don't they? It is certainly a nice feature to have. I don't know what I'm going to fly on stream tomorrow. Ice detected? Oh, bloody hell. Really? Can I do auto icing? There is a thing for that. Automatic anti-ice. There we go. If I turn that, yeah, that'll automatically do it. Cool. Okay. There we go. You flew right at me in Tampa. Hey, nice. Oh, I'm sorry, Steve. To be fair, I didn't actually see the airport. So that's my excuse. We'll blame my Mark 1 eyeball fail. Right. Let's have a look. I hope you're well, Steve. Good to see you, mate. So first restriction for us is plows above flight level 340. Well, that's fine. So we'll say 210 clear. To be fair, I'm just going to descend via the starter 18,000. Let's anti-faff this. And then anything below that will obviously be on local altimeter setting. I don't like this song as well. I'm going to get a new playlist going, I think, from tomorrow. I like this playlist, but I need some new stuff. Quite busy into Miami, actually. A little bit of traffic around. Is Mac still here? I think Mac was flying with us. Or is he ahead of us? Oh, yeah, he is. Hit nav again, should clear the heading window. It'll keep it aligned automatically. Wait, what? Sorry? I can't remember if this thing has automatic top of descent. We'll find out in a moment. Nav button. What do I have to press nav again? Oh, to get rid of the heading. I've just been manually dialing it like you do in a Boeing. Keeping it lined up like you do in the Boeings. It does. Okay, cool. I'm glad you folks remember. So we should be down in like 20, 25 minutes. Yeah, I think this flight's gone pretty fast, actually. Ah, there we go. That would help if I put data on. Right, there we are. Down we go. Down we go. Oh, that anti-ice is turned off now that we've started the descent. It's nice to be back in the MD-11, and one thing that's nice about it is the fact that I've not forgotten everything. Like, I've forgotten some stuff with it, but like I've not completely forgotten how to fly this aircraft, which I was half worried about. I mean, I've still got to land the thing yet, but you know what I mean. Such fun to fly, it really is. When it first came out, I was like obsessed with it. In fact, I was flying it more than I was the PMDG 777 when it first released. Probably your favourite to fly? Yeah, for sure. Well, when Aerosoft Frankfurt comes out, Lufty Cargo MD-11 ops, you bet it's going to happen. You bet. I don't know how it performs in holds. Has anybody tried a hold in it yet? Because I imagine Frankfurt is going to be disgustingly busy, and even though they've got a lot of runways and a lot of airspace to work with, I'd rather make sure I'm comfortable with holds. Be maxed out soon. There's too much, Steve. Steve, if you speak to Robert anytime soon, can you tell him that I'm lonely and that he hasn't spoken to me for ages? Holds do work, but sometimes it exists without you asking it to... It exits it without it asking you to exit. Oh, God. Okay, that's good to know. Will you be doing CTP eastbound on October 19th? Most likely not, Benny. Benny asks on YouTube if I'm going to be doing CTP. Most likely not, mate. I feel like I've had my fair fill of CTPs. They've lost their charm to me nowadays, really. Plus, there'd be no guarantee that I'd even get a slot. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I would, but most likely not, to be honest with you, mate. I won't say, you know, like a definite no, just in case there is the off chance, but at this moment in time, I don't plan to. That being said, if there's some fun VATSIM events this weekend, I think there's a VATSIM event into Quito this weekend. So maybe a VATSIM event into Quito? But yeah, I am streaming Saturday and Sunday this weekend, so... Right, we need to have a look at the weather again shortly, don't we? Do I need to check the NavRad page? Now, is that a worry that it's not got the ILS and the course in yet? It'll probably populate when we're a lot closer, I imagine. I hope so, Eddie. I've not flown this thing for a couple of months, actually, so I'm hoping we get a good landing. The MD-11 was not notorious in real world for being one for greasers. I'll do my best, mate. Oh, please, Steve. 9 Tango, I don't think there's been much information released about that just yet. You'd have to check the dev seminar live streams from Float Sim Expo that Jorg and Seb did. The weather's still absolutely rank. Absolutely rank. So the altimeter is 3008. Yeah, cool, that's fine, Prime. I thought so. Oh, Aerologic. Yes! Now's the time for a specific reg. Oh, God. Just one of the normal, like, plain white Aerologic triples. Not one of the special ones. How if I could spell, wouldn't it? What was the one that Joe Moser did in their Just Planes video, whatever it was? Yeah, like Delta Alpha Alpha Lima Charlie. Just like a straight up... Oh, I don't know what's going on with Alpha Alpha Lima Alpha there. But yeah, just a straight up, just normal Aerologic. Mwah. Beauty. Chat's getting bumpy! That is not the one I wanted to press. I'm going to set the altimeter now. Atlanta MIA right as I was beginning to rain. Yeah, I'm a little bit scared of this weather. Right, 3008 set. It's actually getting very bumpy. We're getting thrown around. Oh, that's a nice shot. We're getting thrown around all over the shop. There is an O'Hare or ATL for MSFS. There's FS Dream Team O'Hare and there's Imagine Sim ATL. I don't think the sceneries are that amazing, either of them, but they do exist. Yeah, I think the default Atlanta is actually better, isn't it? I think if I remember correctly, the default Atlanta might actually be better than the Imagine Sim one, although I don't remember. I haven't flown there for ages. I think the last time I did Atlanta, actually, we had a go around. What were we flying into there? I can't remember now. It wasn't that long ago, but we had a go around. Holy bumps, yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I'm glad I checked those speed restrictions, because otherwise we wouldn't have kept them, folks. But look, we got those speed restrictions in now. Oh, we can actually see Mac up ahead of us. There he is. Yeah, I'm using FS Realistic and Real Turb. I think a lot of like the original airports that first came out with MSFS 2020, obviously a lot of them were done by Asobo. I think we're at a different, it's a completely different level now. Obviously, as you folks know, we outsource all of the like world update and city update sceneries to like Gaia Sim and INI builds and people. So the quality is very, very good, very good. I had a quick look around the new world update sceneries for Munich and Bern and Salzburg, and I mean, for being free sceneries that absolutely everybody can install and download, I thought they looked absolutely spectacular. Whether they're exactly the same quality as like some of the payware options that we've got for those airports, I'll leave that up for you to decide. But well, it's more so the fact that you don't have to pay for those payware quality airports to enjoy those places, you know, anymore. And that's World Update 18. You know, there's a lot. Right, chat, I'll tell you what, I'm actually going to turn the music off now. I just want to start to concentrate a little bit. Well, Delta Alpha Alpha Lima Charlie. I don't know why that one's quite a satisfying one. Any of just the straight, like, normal aerologic liveries. I don't mind necessarily which reg, but Alpha Alpha Lima Charlie seems like a good one. I don't know why, I just like that reg. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, you're right, Rev. I agree. I wouldn't as well. Right, chat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go. I'm going to do 3,000 because the profile's going to restrict us anyway, and 3,000 is glide slope intercept, so it will restrict us correctly anyway. It's a little bit bumpy. Yeah. I think Imagine Sim pushed an update. Oh, really? Yeah, I haven't checked it out in a while, actually. Yeah, Aerologic have got some really cool routes. Oh, really, Rev? Yeah, I mean, I haven't had a tremendous amount of look at it. But I did it to record a video, and it looked fine just from what I saw. They still had Air Berlin signs all over the place. Oh, God. I didn't know that. If it's free, then I guess it's alright. Right, so speed's coming back for 250 at Art, which we love to see. Turn my air conditioning off now. Cooled off a bit. We've got about 39 miles to run. Good. So we're below slat extension and gear extension speed now, so that's good, but we don't need to do so just yet. I'll stick to the Simwings one. Yeah, the Simwings one's a really nice, obviously great payware scenery. It's one of my favourite payware sceneries, so I will certainly not be offended to those of you who want to stick with the Simwings Munich, but I think it's just good that there's a freeware option for it now. Munich's already a really popular airport in the Sims, so now, you know, even more people are going to be able to fly there. It's a bit bumpy! There's an EDDM freeware. Yep, included with the new World Update 18, which released just last Thursday. So all you need to do is go to the Microsoft Flight Simulator in Sim Marketplace and find World Update. It's XVIII for Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. And even if you don't want to download the whole thing, if you just click Get, it's a free install, and then go to your content manager, you can just install the individual components. Like, personally for me, I never install like the bush trips or the landing challenges because I never fly them, so they're just wasted. So whenever I install a world update, I, instead of clicking like Get and Download, where it just downloads the whole thing, I just click Get, then it purchases it to my account for free, and then you can go into your content manager and find all the individual packages and just click the ones that you do want to install. Right, so PBJ above 8,000, absolutely fine. And then we've got leg at 4,000, which is our next restriction. We've got 29 nautical miles to run. I'm actually going to switch over to CTAF now, just so that I don't forget it. Munich's been slammed every evening over the last week on VATSIM. Has it? I'd actually like to see if I could find out some stats about that, because that could be interesting sentiment to pass up the line if we have seen an increase. Right, weather's still the same. Yeah, so that's what I recommend doing. Just install the packages that you actually want. Telling me to add a little bit of drag because we're speeding up a bit here. We could add the slats, but we're still 26 miles out. What are you doing? I hate this thing with the sound it makes. I hate the sound of that speed brake. Right, good, that's populated now. 110.3 and a course of 092. Let's check it. Yeah, fine. Perfect. Oh, nice!
Miami.
You got to do the, even though I don't think there's scenery. Do you know where we need a good scenery, chat? Any scenery developers out there? Can one of you please make a decent Baku? We have still not got a good Baku scenery in MSFS. I want to do a Silkway West 777 fly. Yeah, all about flying. Usually saying it's bumpy all the way down into Miami. Well, yeah, it's definitely bumpy. Chat, can you see? What the heck? Right, I need to report that. Overhead waypoint Esser. There is a plane in our imagery. It's gone now, but... That was very weird. I've never seen anything like that before. Right, slats extend. I love the shadows. Yeah, we need somebody to do Baku.
November 6th, Mike.
Right, what I'm actually going to do is... I would pull heading select to get the localizer here, but I think we're okay. Miami traffic, FedEx 398 on a 16-mile final, ILS 8 byte will report end further on the glide. No, you're thinking of Jakku as a Star Wars location. Baku is a city in Azerbaijan. It's a huge cargo hub as well.
Miami traffic American 483 clear 08 right, Miami.
Right, well, arm approach. Speed's going to drop back towards 200 knots, or about 190 actually. 191 knots is what it's aiming for. Doha, yeah, Doha we need, don't we? We've got a Doha, but it's not like amazing. It does the job. Yeah, Dallas Fort Worth. We still need a bloody Charles de Gaulle, and I hate flying in and out of Paris Charles de Gaulle, but we still need one. Right, even though I'm not having anything for a while, I will pause the alerts. Yeah, Azerbaijan's got loads of cool stuff. There's 3,000 feet. Just watching that speed trend, but it's fine. Localizer's alive. Glide slope's alive. Lock. Flaps 50. Glide slope. Beautiful. Okay, 3,000 feet to go around. We'll go and line up the runway heading 092. Flaps 28. Didn't like how we're close to that speed band.
2,500.
Go down. Oh! Did not want that. Is it just me, or did the gear come down really quick in this aircraft? Flaps 35. We'll just get configured nice and early on this one. Oh God, Navarre. Look at that. Miami traffic, FedEx 398, 6 miles, ILS 08 right. Miami.
FedEx, I'm holding short for you.
That's very kind of you. We're a nice big MD-11, so we'll approach quite quickly. Right, okay, so speed brakes should be on, flaps are 35, landing gears down, all the lights are on, aircraft's holding short. Now we just got to get visual with the runway. I can see the leading lights, but that's about it. Stabilizer in motion. Look at that. There's literally like a massive bloody cell right over the field. I mean, we're visual, so we're fine, but it's literally right over the top of the field. What key am I using? I'm using a Keychron Q6, I think it is. It's very nice. I like it.
1000.
Checked. I can't remember if you should take out auto thrust in this thing or not. I think I'm going to bear on the side of caution and take it out.
Autopilot. Autopilot. Autopilot.
God, look at the N1. Look at how much power I'm going to put into this thing to keep on the glide.
500.
Now we could get into like a pitch power thing, so just got to be careful.
Approaching
All
minimum.
right.
400.
Actually, it feels really nice to hand fly.
Minimum.
I haven't flown this thing for a little while, but it feels nice. Continue.
300.
There's the weather over the runway. Glide. Okay.
200.
Wow, this weather.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Proper cargo landing, get it in! Speed brakes up! Reverse as normal. I flared a lot then. I could almost feel my yoke going into my stomach roll. 70 knots, manual brakes. 60 knots, forward idle. Hey, nice! Well, that was fun. Oh my god, she does not turn, does she? Miami traffic, FedEx 398, vacated 8 right, crossing 8 left at Lima 7, taxiing Kilo 7 Kilo to the bay.
Miami traffic, America 14, departing 8 right, straight out. And
there we are, welcome down everybody. Well, I hope you enjoyed that one. Flight time 1 hour and 48, exactly what we predicted it to be. And that weather on approach was crazy. I love it when the rain does that. Like, you can see the rain ahead of you, and you just know that it's coming. And it was right over the field as well. I don't know what's going on quite here with the markings, but we're just going to taxi straight across. Keep it anti-faff. Yeah, I think that was a solid landing for a cargo pilot who's not flown this aircraft in a while in those weather conditions. It felt nice to hand fly, actually. I forgot how much this thing needs a flare. Right, let's clean up a bit, shall we? I was at like 75% N1. Ridiculous. This thing is like nigh on impossible to taxi nowadays, though. I should be leading way later into the turn than I am with the nose here, but okay. Whatever. Just want to get it around the corner. Right, let's clean up then. So, water rate can go off, that can go all the way up. Where do I turn my flight directors off? matters, to be honest, does it? Right, they can go off. That can go off. I will get the ATU running. November 6-4. Yeah, I thought the landing was fine. Yeah, it was a firm landing, but it was absolutely smack bang on the touchdown markers in the centre line, and with these weather conditions, I think it was an alright landing. And I mean, I flared a lot. It's been a while since I've flared an aircraft that much in MSFS before. Will I get GTA 6? I mean, I'll probably buy it. Whether I'll have any time to play it is another matter. What else do I need to do? So APU power's coming on. That's there.
Miami traffic, this is Cargo Jet 11-5, ready for push and start now of program.
I don't think I've forgotten anything.
Cargo Jet 11-5, thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. If you say thank you on CTAF, I'm going to tell you that you're welcome. Oh look, there's a 727 over there. Model matching working. Heck yeah. Oh, my landing rate will probably be like 500 and something. I don't care. Oh, is it, Mac? Nice. Oh, thank you for flying, mate. Didn't feel like I saw you a tremendous amount, but yeah, I hope you had a good one. Right, where's our stand? I think we're just up here. Is that Kilo 3? I've got no bloody clue. I think our stand is just up here. Nah, no worries, Mac. It worked out quite nicely, Ian, because it meant that I wasn't worried too much about our spacing, I guess. I've forgotten how you turn the flight director off in this thing. Is it even a thing you can do? I'm like constantly looking across to see if I can find it. But I don't know. Right, I think we're good. So APU power is online. I'll reset the trim down to 4 units, we'll say. That's all fine, that's all fine. Yeah, I think we're good.
Miami traffic, American Third
On the panel to the left of the O. Oh, it's down here! Oh yeah, flight director. Thank you. Ah, yes, November 6-4, here we go, here's our stand. November 6-4. Oh, hello, there's another MD over there. Oh, I've stopped. I don't like taxiing this aircraft since the update. It was already a bit of a tank to try and taxi around before, but I'll be honest with you, I really don't like taxiing this MD-11 at the moment. Like, you should be doing this, so you should be turning, like, here and swinging the nose, but... Yeah, full lap. You're telling me I'm putting too much in because I'm putting so much freaking N1 in on engine number 1 just to get it turned. I don't know, maybe it was always like this. But I feel like it's even more difficult to turn now. Because the problem is that when you get momentum going forward and you're moving in a straight line, it does not hang about. But it's so sluggish in the turns. Barely bloody well see the ground crew. Right, there we do. Just leave us idle. Parking brake is set. APU power is available for us, so we'll stick the APU bleed on. And then we'll shut down. There she is. Oh, what a sound! Fly crew, you should just be able to... There you go, you got it. Just AMD will do it, mate. There you go. I love those sounds. I'd like to have some more bass going through it. Big, fat, stinking bass, you know. Okay, so seatbelt signs can go off, beacon light can go off, transponder can go to standby, and 2000. We will go and get the GPU connected, the wheel chocks connected, and we'll go and call the poor ground crew to come out in this terrible weather.
Yeah, the traffic engine for...
Technically, you don't need the APU after landing. You can keep engine 2 on until... Oh, really, Prime? Oh, I did not know that. Oh, well, I've learned something new today. That's good to know. Anyway, so external power, I've switched over to now. I think we're good, really, aren't we? Not much I need to do. Well, there we are. Smack bang on 9 o'clock UK time. We're on the ground in Miami. Well, I'm very glad we flew here, because that was very interesting, that approach. Just a touch spicy, just a hint of spice. Not quite a vindaloo, but, you know, a little bit spicier than a tikka masala. Yeah, it is the only flight today, mate. It's 9 o'clock, and I've had a super busy day at work today, so I am going to finish up there. But don't forget, this is day 1 of 6 in a row of streaming. And we've still done 3 hours, pretty much bang on the dot. So I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday next week. Then I'll have Wednesday off, and then back live Thursday, Friday. So in the next 7 days, 8 days odd, I'm only going to have 1 day off. So there's loads more streams to come. Right, shall we see what the damage was on Volanta? Shall we see what the damage was? How bad our cargo landing was. Oh, it didn't record the aircraft. That's a bit of a pain. Oh, it was actually nowhere near as bad as I thought it was. A 436 with a 1.15 G-force, but look at that. Literally smack bang on the marks, pretty much, and right in the centre. And we said we wanted to be off at Lima 7. So to be honest with you, that is literally like a bog standard cargo MD-11 landing. Really, there's nothing wrong with that. Flight time 1 hour 47. So yeah, exactly what SimBrief told us it was going to be. 2 hours 8 minutes block time. Yeah, we'll take it. We will take it. It's annoying that it's not got the aircraft though. Can I add it in quickly? November 596 Foxtrot Echo MD-11. Let's do that in caps. Oh, there it is. Now it's found it. FedEx. Set home location Memphis. And then if I go into flights here, November 596 Foxtrot Echo, there we go. There we are. Good. We'll take that. Right, well then folks, on that note, that is going to do it for us today. Thank you all so much for those of you who watched though. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Very much appreciated. For those of you who were here. We will be back tomorrow evening. What we're going to do tomorrow evening, I've honestly got no idea whatsoever. I'm really not too sure. I'm really not too sure. So I will think of something tomorrow. And you will find out tomorrow as well. So yeah, that's going to do it for me. Very much appreciate you all tuning in though. Hope you enjoyed the stream as I say. Nice to be back in the MD-11 again. We'll probably fly it some more next week. So yeah, see you all tomorrow. Have a good rest of your evening. See you later. Good night. Happy landings.